welcome to the show! I am Wolfie Bane, your host for today. I'm also the evil GM. So, welcome back to Geddon, the Centre of Magic, my very chaotic D&D 5-ish sorta campaign. And here are the wonderful, helpless victims probably going to die and definitely cause property damage in today's game. So, let's start from left to right. Bob, say something.
Something. I'm not a victim. I am an elf. I am diplomacy.
You're the most victim, I think, of this entire party. Jay, say something.
Something. Sometimes death is preferable to the alternative.
Accurate. And who are you playing, just in case someone, for some reason, is watching this for the first time?
I'm playing Smith. He's kind of just a freakish abomination at this point.
Okay. Zara, say something.
Oh, should I say something as well?
You just
something.
did.
There you go.
And who are you playing?
I am
Have you forgotten the name of your character?
Zarielle. No.
There we go.
No. I'm a cat girl princess anime thing, you know, obviously. With this really cute, cool little
Laser
pet
fox.
that is not. It's not Nyan Cat. It's not.
It's royalty-free Nyan Cat. Also isn't a Pop-Tart. Is Cav back at his PC?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Cav, say something.
Something.
Oh, we all did it.
Yeah, I didn't want to do a big loud thing like last week, or the week before. Yeah, I'm Cav, playing Lanos Shadowwalker, friend only to the Queen and to hot cat girls. Woo!
Girls,
Princess.
plural. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm talking about you, whatever.
Singular.
Yeah, there you go.
He's allowed to be friends to, like, your family.
Yeah, I'm friends, Zara.
What do you think
Friend.
it is? Just
My
because
characters don't even like each other.
You can't be friends with any other cat girls.
Yeah,
I want someone to do fan art of Zarielle as a Yandere now. Just from that one line.
No,
You know,
more friends for
You're
you.
not allowed friends. You gotta stay with me forever.
Yeah, you
that
do.
is real life.
It's not real life. I'm like, go out and make friends and come to house parties with me, and you're like, no, I'm gonna stay here and play fantasy football, NFL.
Hey, Blood Bowl's good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, Seth, say something.
Just to comment on the running gag, something. Yeah, I'm playing Seth. I'm a ninja monk. Currently murdered my first victim. So, always fun. Yeah, and now we are trying to find out how we get out of this whole situation.
Yep.
What do you change?
What the hell happened to someone's microphone?
I'm so sorry. I'm having tech issues.
Your microphone's been shoved in the washing machine.
Hello. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Now we can, yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys were all quite crackly, so I thought I'd disconnect my headset, and then it changed the output to my Mac, and then I was trying to fix it, and then I forgot that I'd like moved my microphone up onto my head, and it was just a whole thing. I'm very
Oh
sorry.
dear.
Useless.
I know. I'm just full of excuses. I'm so trash.
So, who would like to do the recap for, what would I say?
Me, I killed someone.
You violently killed someone. You gotta do the full
I
recap.
violently killed someone with rainbow magic.
You did kill someone with rainbow magic.
Cat powers.
Do you
Someone
want to
was
start at the
sleeping in a
beginning
room.
of the story?
Wisdom
we
saving
want-
throw. I already need to.
Recap.
I think Seth should do the recap. He's very good at it.
Yeah, Seth, do the recap. You'll get an inspiration for it.
Okay, so first of
Having
all,
tea.
we all got back together at the beginning of the last session.
Mhm.
We all
Yes,
discussed
friend.
what happened in our own little like shopping trips. And after that, we came to the conclusion that we should split up to do essentially two different steps. We had the appointment with the Three Stooges.
Can you remember their names?
I have to look them up. I will
Mary,
do that.
Larry, and something. Barry.
Close.
Merry
Give
and
me-
Pippin.
Mixed up Merry and Pippin, and they're not hobbits.
there's
Definitely not
How
hobbits.
Mary, Larry, and Harry.
Yes.
Stop talking with a mouthful, you dirty
Was I
boy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary, Larry, and Harry.
Yeah.
Harry,
Just going
Larry, and
anything
Mary,
that's
yeah,
not a
from their
Harry.
fishing company.
Yep.
And we had an appointment with them, and Shadow Elf and me decided to attend that appointment. And the other three guys were like finding the guy from the smithing shop. I can't recall his name. Would you please help me?
Connor. It was Connor.
Connor the Arachne.
Yeah, the Arachne. What was his name called? Dave?
Connor.
Connor. Yeah, okay, something like that.
It was
so
a very
Connor the
generic name that I rolled for that one.
Yeah, it's so easy to forget because it's so common. Yeah, and Connor the Arachne, they found out that he has been kind of possessed. They found him in like this little hostel, I guess.
It's his room, yeah, in like it was like a hotel-ish stay
Like
boarding
a-
house place.
Very cheap hotel for the workers there to stay, and they three entered the location and they were surprised by finding like letters and blood all over the walls, and then as soon as they approached him with the silence spell, he got up, used a dagger on Smith, and totally obliterated him into the wall. After that, he tried to counter the attack and got stuck by missing.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Kev had a small little break. He had a terrible incident and had some teeth for no reason.
Yeah, he went.
Pretty much
He
for
went.
20 minutes.
I don't remember
Did
why,
he?
but I remember he went. He got a madness point for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did something that he had
Had
like
a
a
breakdown.
bad luck, and then he got in shock. And
Oh, I remember. He went to investigate the back of the smithy.
Oh yeah.
And it all he natural one his investigation. It like knocked down all the supplies,
Yeah.
like several racks of equipment, and burned the building down.
So he was in the lobby essentially having some nice tea to recuperate himself, and the other two guys were inspecting the room. And when they had their encounter, the little Phoenix Fox from Zara decided to go apeshit.
She told it to.
And
She said,
blast-
"Get him."
Huh?
She told him to get him, and it did.
Yeah, totally. I mean, definitely. And like obliterated the whole room, one building besides that, and the and Connor itself. So, yeah,
but like, how
shortly,
dope was that? It was so great.
it was definitely a memorable moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we left off, and I'm not quite
183 damage.
sure if Shadow Elf and me got into.
No. We haven't. This is where we're picking up.
Yeah, I will say you have missed one bit of you violently murdering someone who was following the party by throwing an exploding kunai into a roof of a building, causing it to collapse, then failing a medicine check to interrogate the person and killed them.
I mean, yeah, that just happens from time to time. That's nothing to talk about. No, what I wanted to ask was if Shadow Elf and me were able to see the Rainbow Blast.
Not from where you guys were. You were
Okay.
in a different part of the city. Actually, though, you both had because we're actually starting up now. You can both roll me perception checks, hearing based. I don't know if either of you have anything for hearing, but
No.
Ears.
you
Does
do
that
have
help?
ears. Ears do
Two of
help.
them.
You get to roll.
A pointy ears. Does that help?
No, because you don't technically have ears. You have shadow shaped like ears.
You wanted an investigation
Perception.
perception.
Natural 20. And a 17. Yeah, you actually both hear it.
Yeah,
you can both hear like a boom from. It's quite a ways away from you. Like it sounds a few like streets away. but it's like this huge echoing blast.
With that
Essentially.
roll, do I recognize something
No.
familiar? Is there any way for me to get?
You haven't heard it before at all.
Because this is something
It's
new
something
that
brand
I've
new,
done.
yeah, and you've never heard it. Normally you would be able to do that, but this is the first time that blast has gone off. So,
So that's the most wasted net 20 ever.
it unfortunately is. It's
Great. Okay, let's move on.
You all have,
I'm
though.
ignoring it. I'm just sitting and looking at Shadow F, but not.
I will say
I
one
lean
other thing that
across to,
happens from the
I'll
natural
lean
20.
across to you and say, I hope that wasn't one of ours.
I will say something for the natural 20 though.
Okay.
It's technically not wasted entirely, but it's just not waste. It's you've gained something which you wouldn't gain for normal information anyway. You hear a bit of a creak. A little. So you're in the tavern. Remember, it's quite busy. It's like like meal times. There's a good couple people in here, and you hear like a slight shift when that sound goes off. And you like take a glance over one of your shoulders, not too conspicuously, and you notice someone like looks a bit away from you two. Like they were looking at you guys before that.
Not again.
They're a demon, for reference. This one, they're a very minor demon, so the same like ordinary. They see a tiefling. This world's tieflings essentially.
Okay, that's lovely. Okay, when they're tiefling, I'm getting up, going to the bar.
Mhm.
And is it one or two person?
The one you noticed was one person.
Okay, then I'm getting 2 ales. Going to the bartender, and I'd like to buy 2 ales, please, medium size.
Yep, sure. That'll be 3 gold.
There you go.
Yeah, pleasure. And he had you 2 decent ales.
Thank you very much. And I'm going over to the tiefling, and I'm saying in Abyssal, "Hello there, friend."
Hello there. The demon says to you. They're fairly stocky. Give me a second. Which one would it be? Where's my freaking note? I had it. There it is. Yeah. It's a fairly stocky tiefling. Roll me, I'd say, insight on them, please. 15? Unless you actually have something that is giving you advantage.
Nope.
Okay. 15. They look kind of familiar to you, but you're not entirely sure why. There's some like similarities about their face, you think. That's what you get from a 15.
Okay, yeah, I'm handing the ale over, and I'm saying, "I know you from somewhere. Would you please remind me where we have met already?"
Oh, well, you might know me from somewhere. I'm quite known about this town. So you might have just seen me in the street somewhere, probably. Name's Gary.
That sounds too similar to Harry, Larry, and Mary.
Does
I
it?
say that out loud,
Yeah.
so he hears that. I
Ah.
want to see his reaction.
Does it? Interesting. So his reaction is.
Okay. So I'm very bad at remembering faces all of a sudden. Would you like, quick out of context, are tieflings uncommon in that city, or have we seen some of them here and there?
Very minor demons, which is what these are. These are like demonoids. They are very common. It is their kingdom. Essentially, this is
Okay.
the demon kingdom. So they are like the most common people around. There's tons of them. He is a bit better dressed than the majority you've seen, though. I'll say that, but
Okay.
not a massive. Like, he looks well off, essentially, with this description, but not stupid rich.
Seth, is that the people we're meeting with?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I have a feeling, and the last time I have a feeling, I mean, you know what happened.
Okay. Let me know when they get here, because I haven't met them.
Yeah, sure, I will. I'm looking to the tiefling and looking at his clothes if I see any symbols I saw, if there are any marks on his body that are visible to me.
Roll me perception. Or investigation, whichever one's better, essentially.
Investigation for me.
17? There are no noteworthy marks at all. It's like fairly well dressed. Look like it's just standard, like, nice going out clothes, essentially. Is all you really notice. Yeah, nothing noteworthy.
How fast is he drinking that ale?
Fairly leisurely. He seems to be enjoying it. He doesn't seem in any particular rush.
Okay, so what are you doing here around this time of day?
Oh, quite often spend time in here. Honestly, it's a fantastic place to eat. And of course, I've got some friends coming in later. But
My
yeah,
friends are always fun.
Mhm.
Maybe I know you from them. Who are your friends might be?
oh, Harry, Larry, and Mary are coming.
Interesting. Shadow Elf,
Yes?
I think we have the person, at least an acquaintance, of who we're meeting later with. So, would you like to join us?
He's got a big smile on his face.
Are we joining them, or is he joining us?
Which table has more seats?
They're both about the same size. They're both big tables.
Shadow Elf just stands up and walks across. Might as well join you over there. Hello.
Hello there.
My name is the Shadow Elf. I am a traveling merchant who seems to found myself down in this neck of the woods.
Ah, it's a very appropriate name. So you're that Shadow Elf then?
Yes. You've heard of me?
News gets around.
That's good. Hope it's good,
Mostly.
mostly. Well, that's better than nothing.
Make me an insight check, both of you.
A quick question. I can't recall quite how we were in contact with Cap. I know he had a familiar.
His
Yeah,
raven.
he's chilling with you.
His raven was still with you, essentially, and it was like if something was going wrong, it would leave, essentially.
And that Raven is still with us.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm totally fine then.
Yep.
It's just sitting across at the other table still or something.
No, it'd go with you. It'd be like following you guys, essentially. Like if you move over to the table, it'll just flutter over to you guys. And it'll be staying with you, essentially.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, when there's no alarm yet, then I'm keeping my cool.
Okay. So yes.
21.
Okay.
And 20.
The pair of you both noticed that when he said mostly, he'd look down at each of your shoulders very quickly. Like
At the spot where our marks are?
yeah. He'd take a very, very quick glance. He'd be almost imperceptible, but you both rolled very well. So. DC 20, that, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at Shadow Elf and saying I need to visit the bathroom. Excuse me real quick.
Oh, no problem. I'll entertain our guest
Thank you very much.
until the rest arrive.
Thank you very much. And I'll go to the bartender and I'm asking where the facilities are.
Oh, they're in the back.
Am I able to access them from here, or do I have to go outside and...
There's like a door, like that you have to walk through. It's by the side of the bar, essentially.
Okay, yeah, then I'm following his advice and going to the restroom.
Okay.
Never trust restroom breaks with people.
Never trust bathroom breaks. It's always evil. It always has some motive.
I would never do anything evil with that.
Course-
trick.
Of course you wouldn't, Mr. Kenku.
Nothing.
Was that you? That was you, wasn't it, in that game?
Yes.
Go and watch that VoD if you want to know what we're talking about. Believe it was the Altera one-shot, I think I named it on my YouTube. But yes, that's a story for another time. So what are you doing, Shadow Elf, for now? I'll go to Seth later if he has something he actually wants to do in the bathroom, specifically.
Basically start up a conversation with him and ask him about the general trade in this area, and I'm just doing minor conversation to keep him
Busy. Okay. So yeah, in a minor conversation bit, if it's just like general stuff you want to know, he'd say, "Oh, most of the trade in this area is obviously the fish or the ironwood. Both sell quite well. We have occasional dealings, and obviously the toll to the Titan nearby, but that's just normal. For one moment." Lanith, specifically, is the name of the Titan.
Okay.
I believe Bob, roll me a history or Arcana check.
and we'll go with Arcana.
25. Yeah. I don't know if you had this information already. It was a really low DC. I can't remember if I gave you. Lanith is the name of the basically the Titan spider.
We know of the existence, but I don't think we have the name yet.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if I gave you the information or not for that one. They are the spider titan that lives on the escarpment, which is fairly close to the village, like a few days out. So there's that. Yeah, but most of the money comes from fish and ironwood, essentially.
That makes sense.
Okay. Titan Spider Lanith. So, what in particular do you attribute to them?
Tribute, whatever we have, to be honest, usually. They're fairly reasonable. It's like once every 3 months or so. But
Anything.
yeah, to be honest, like supplies is quite often a one. Metal for some reason. I've never been sure why she likes metal. Not particularly valuable metal, just metal.
Might be part of the diet.
Don't know. I've
Or
never
building something. I don't know.
yeah,
I
never understand the thoughts on giant spiders.
know. And say I've encountered many Titan-sized spiders myself. And I'm guessing I wouldn't have bumped into many Arachne until down here.
Arachne
Or-
aren't the most uncommon. They are just one of the races. They're more common around here, obviously, but they're not a super uncommon species.
Alright, so I would have encountered at least some.
The normal
In my
Arachne,
travels.
the normal Arachne, yes, but not their Titan, not the progenitor.
I mean, I've met some smaller Arachne in my travels and trade, and as you know, you've had a little bit of bow to me.
Yes, I've heard you're a very good merchant all round.
Yes, I do my best. I mean, I'm a bit out of my normal neck of the woods, and
Yes, I can see that.
trying my best to get back to where I was.
So, out of a random, completely off the books, you understand, a bit of curiosity, where did you get that mark? Just, if you feel free to say, don't, or feel free don't, just a bit of idle curiosity.
If we knew entirely where we got the mark, we wouldn't have the problem of the mark.
Really? Oh, good, at least you know it's a problem.
Well, I can't say it's a very good thing. We've had little information on what it is, but no good solutions yet for how to get rid of it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good to know.
I mean, I don't think you would be particularly fun to wake up and find a mark like this on yourself as well, would you?
That would be very interesting, to say the least.
I mean, do you have any information on the mark itself?
Yes,
Yeah. Yes?
of course I do. Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Sorry, thanks.
Would it be much trouble to pick your brain on it then?
I'm afraid it would be, unfortunately. It's quite valuable information, so... I'm not currently the only one in the bargaining situation here.
I see.
But I'm sure when some people show up, there'll be a lot more interest. They're only about 10 minutes out.
Ooh, the people that we're supposed to be meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. So, they wish to discuss this mark as well. I believe we had other arrangements.
Oh,
discuss.
they're coming for other arrangements, but I'm sure if you bring it up, they'd be willing to bargain for the information.
That is indeed an interesting thing to put forward. It's a bit put on the spot here by myself, considering the rest of our companions are busy dealing with other things.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. It was a bit of idle curiosity. Just while we're waiting for your friend to get back from the restroom.
That's fair enough. And I'll just go in another boring conversation with him. That's this more.
Yeah, more trade kind of talk stuff, I guess. Is that correct, Bob?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Seth, what are you doing in the bathroom if you are not just going to the bathroom?
I want to do two things. After I leave from the bartender, I'm asking politely for some pen and paper.
Okay. There'd be ink. I think you have some actually. You might. No, you didn't take that pack. There'll be some parchment-esque stuff and a writing implement of some description here.
Yeah, it just has to do for some scribbles. It's nothing that is
Yeah.
for the royals.
You're not gonna find a super complicated pen or anything here, but you probably find some like charcoal and something to write on.
Perfect. I'll grab that.
Mhm.
And the familiar from Linus, is it following me or is it sitting with Shadow Elf?
Let's roll for it actually. It's not particularly smart. It is. Oh, it's on the Shadow Elf currently.
As soon as I I want to look at the familiar, but be in the back of the tiefling. Is that possible
Behind
from
the tiefling?
where I'm going to the bathroom?
It'd be tricky but doable. So roll me a stealth check. It's got an easy one. It's a fairly low DC, but it requires a check. Yeah. Yeah, you can get. You're pretty sure you're at an angle that the demon can't see you, but you're in eye line for the bird.
Then I'm pointing at the familiar, and then I'm pointing at me, and I want to see if it flies over or not.
Let me make a check because I believe it's still very dumb. It natural 20'd. So yeah, it understands apparently exactly what you're meaning, and it like hops onto the table and just flutters over to you.
Like, and does the tiefling has? I mean, it will notice that the familiar flown away, but did it see that it flew in my direction?
It glanced at the bird but didn't turn its head towards you. So you
Okay,
assume
perfect.
not.
Yeah, then I'm using the charcoal and the piece of paper, and I'm scribbling. We need you here ASAP, and I'm using a bit of cloth to tie it onto the familiar, and I'm looking at the familiar, and I'm saying, "Go to your master. Go to Linus. Do you understand me?" And I'm looking into the eyes and hoping for confirmation.
Okay, Cav, does your familiar understand common, or does it just understand what you tell it?
Yeah, it's common because I speak common. Yeah.
Cool. Then yes, it does. It'll nod and it'll like, it'll fly essentially to where the front door is and wait until someone opens it, which shouldn't take too
Is
long.
there a window in the bathroom?
Not in the bathroom, no.
Okay, so yeah, then that will do with like the piece of paper tied to his
It's like yeah.
leg. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll fly up to the door, like wait until someone opens it, which will not take long. It's like quite a busy time, and it'll like fly off.
Yeah, I'm waiting 2-3 minutes and taking a loo in the meantime.
Mhm.
I hope I don't have to roll for anything now.
Roll Constitution.
You pass out, I feel. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah,
that's it. So
you can go to the
that the
bathroom.
familiar can travel without being immediately followed to me.
Yeah. So yes, you two are going to do that. It's going to be a few minutes, so we'll just jump back to them to make just check to see what they're doing,
Yep.
because they've got shit to do now. Okay, so Smith, Linus, and Zarielle,
Yeah.
you are in. Well, I think Zarielle and Linus are in the corridor of the little boarding house.
Yeah,
Smith,
I was running to see what the commotion was about.
Smith is in the room with, I believe a kidney or something exploded. So you've got a big hole in you currently.
I think Zarielle is like in the door frame since the Phoenix box was there as well.
wasn't
Yeah.
using the kidney.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've got spares.
What is it with kidneys in this game? Hmm?
Well, the
I
thing
just
is,
remembered about my kidney.
yeah, your kidney attacked you.
Yeah.
No, the magic that actually caused Smith that much damage was actually a natural magic called Rupture, which blows up internal organs.
Yeah, I remember.
Which is why it took so much damage. But the person wasn't very good at their natural magic, so they had to like have a big roll to see if it came back and things. So yes, there is half of a body in front of you that wasn't lasered away, and there is a missing back wall of the room that you're in. There's still blood on all the other walls and the bed. The house next to it has a big hole punching right through the house, and there's a couple of like people like staring out towards your house, towards the room that you're in. And in the next house over from that, there is a missing wall, and some people like looking out.
It goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, if you know that part of The Incredibles where Mr. Incredible like threw the guy through the wall, and there's all the people like staring through the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like that.
Funny.
And there's a and
Right.
the little like clerk lady goes, "What happened?"
First of all, like to apologize. It's escalated rather quickly. You appear to have a cult member in your establishment.
A cult member?
Yeah, that's what all the stuff on the walls is.
Why is there blood everywhere?
Cult member. I've literally just
Oh,
said that.
okay. She seems to be in shock.
Right, so here's the thing. We've dealt with the issue. Obviously, there's some property damage, but I'm a man who doesn't shy away from hard work, so I'll fix your walls myself. It's not an issue.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sound good, man?
Yeah,
We all okay here?
yeah, how much you charge for the repairs?
If you just supply the materials, I'm not gonna charge any, and it is our fault, but there's a hole.
Okay, thank you, I guess. She seems very confused by this entire situation and just like wanders off. I'll order in some wood. Yes, I'll do that. And she's like staggers off. This small, like, I believe she was a demon. Small demon woman who's just very confused by everything that is happening and is in shock. Very shaken in her little, because she's in like a hostess uniform or a holiday rep uniform or something. I can't remember exactly what it was.
I'm surprised that went as well as it did, honestly.
You're bleeding quite profusely, by the way.
It's fine. I'll walk it off. I mean, yeah, I'll walk it off. It's only
Wait, you're bleeding.
One of his internal organs exploded out of his body.
Wait, can I do heal stuff with my new familiar abilities?
You haven't tried.
Can I try?
know,
I want to try.
I'd rather you.
I think we should try.
Listen,
Yeah, just rainbow him.
I think let's try. You don't
just-
know.
You just eviscerated a man in like.
Yes,
There's-
but
There's nothing left of what was hit.
Yes, I know, but that's because I wanted.
Zara.
attack. If I want to heal,
Zara.
then I'm sure the outcome will be different.
Can you please roll me Arcana?
Yes. Ha 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 ha. Hang on. Wait,
Natural 1.
Natural 1 is the funny outcome. Natural 20 is what I desire.
Arcana.
The only one who gets to call those is Wolfie.
Yeah, I'm the
Do
only
I
one.
have any advantage?
No.
Oh.
16. Okay. That's good enough. Yeah, Zara, you are aware that your natural magic changed to wild magic.
Yeah.
Healing is not one of the things wild magic is capable of doing.
Damn it. Oh, this seems kind of rubbish.
Wild magic, which you learned in the Great Library where you studied growing up, because your parents sent you there, is all
The
about
Great Google
unrestrained
Library.
raw power, essentially. It is magic not given a physical form, that just causes basically just force attacks. So essentially, if you tried to heal Jay, it would probably blow a big chunk out of him again.
Yeah, I wouldn't just be missing an organ. There would be a giant hole where the organ used to be.
Yeah, you basically be trying to fix, like, you'd be trying to bandage someone's wounds with a sledgehammer. Would be a rough equivalent.
Hmm.
So no more.
Well.
Worry
You were
about it.
hoping for laser scalpel,
dear.
and you're getting laser gun.
It's not heat-based, I wish to point out. The beam that you have is not heat-based in any way.
So basically, I can't heal anyone anymore.
No.
So all I can do
Unless
is
you've got spells that say healing.
fuck shit up.
You're very good at blowing shit up, yes.
Oh. Oh, okay, well... Sorry, I feel like you're just gonna have to bleed out some more.
I'm not worried.
Okay, I'm sure
He can
we'll
heal
find someone
himself
to help
with
you soon.
magics.
I mean,
Just sit tight.
You can use like the blanket or stuff for basic first aid to stop the bleeding.
You can do a medicine check if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no medicine check. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I mean, I can stop the bleeding. I'm a.
He's a cleric.
Well,
You don't make it any worse.
but don't make it any better.
Yeah, you kind of
It's not,
like...
a,
There you
it's not
go.
a lot, but you know.
It,
a lot,
it,
though.
it stops the bleeding.
Hmm.
does put my health up to 99, which is just a fun number
And
for
l-
it to be at.
I'd like to think that he'd done it as she's putting the bandage on, so she feels better about it, and just
Oh no,
I mean,
the,
I wouldn't have considered that at all, but it might have been correctly timed.
She like picked up a blanket, went right. I'm gonna tie it up and like attach it to the side of your body, and it immediately got just covered in blood. There were quite a lot of blood gushing out, like a few pints, so it immediately was like just blood red. And the healing magic seals it up essentially.
So, which one of you is fastest? Out of curiosity. God, it's probably me.
Yes, it is. By a lot.
Alright, which one of you is best at surviving being thrown?
Probably me.
Okay.
But like, I'm a cat, so I land on my
Alright,
feet.
throw her then. That's
You
fine.
actually do, I think. I think that's one of your natural abilities, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, throw her. Throw the princess.
Don't try to
what-
throw me.
I have to stay here to fix the wall, but one of you needs to go back to inform the others that like that dude super involved with a cult, so that like the people that are against their business, massive cult.
I'm sorry, isn't the wood just being ordered?
The
And
wood
isn't
is
it
being
kind of late in the evening?
It's
you
kind of
wouldn't-
a big hole in several people's houses. I
Listen.
think they might make an exception on this particular one.
Listen, there's a lot to be done. Do you see how much cleaning up of the area I have to do? I have to knock down this entire wall because it's not even sound anymore.
There isn't a wall, thankfully. So she blew up the side of the house, essentially.
You've really cut out an evening of work for me, I have to say.
About a minute. Like during this bit of the conversation is when Cav's familiar shows up with a bit of paper attached to its leg, essentially.
Yeah. God, I do not have the dexterous fingers to take a goddamn piece of paper off a bed.
Of a size tiny raven against the size huge pigman mutant.
it would have went straight to Cav
It
anyway.
does go straight to Cav, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, your raven shows up, hops up to his shoulder, and is like kicking you in the face with a leg that's got some paper on it.
Let me read this paper.
Okay.
I
Seth.
can't remember what happened to
Yeah,
the other guys.
Seth, recount exactly what you put on the paper, essentially.
We need you here ASAP. And I have a calligraphy skill, so it should be readable.
Yeah, yes, I will give you that as a freebie. Because you have calligraphy, I won't make you roll.
Okay. Alright, well... This doesn't say anything particularly detailed, but they need us. Have a look.
What am I looking at?
This piece of paper.
What piece of paper?
The one my raven just brought.
Oh, not in real life. Oh, okay.
Zara, I'm gonna be honest, I can't give handouts over Roll20 for physical paper.
I
I'm
thought
sorry,
there was, like,
I don't have
picture
a
that you
fax
put on the
machine.
thing.
Oh,
Oh, I need to
think
do
it's
that. I
yeah.
need everyone to buy a fax machine so I can do handouts, physical handouts for Roll20 for D&D.
I mean, you could just like airdrop it to us
With what?
with a computer.
Or a bird.
The bird, yeah, I'll airdrop physical paper to you guys.
Get a
I'll
picture.
tame a pigeon. I'll train pigeon.
We could pretend, you know. What's this piece of paper? What does it say?
We need you back ASAP.
We need you back ASAP. Isn't someone throwing me? Am I not being thrown?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
not happening?
It's not happening.
I can throw you.
I've got
but-
cat's grace. It halves all falling damage, and I always land on my feet.
You know, I could probably have something that'll help here. You know what? I'll just casually place a death ward on you before I throw you.
No. Look, you halve all fall damage you take, and your character always lands on their feet, regardless of whether the fall would kill you or not.
Yeah, but if he throws you across
That's
the
why he's
town-
That's why he's putting the death ward on you, Zara.
Yeah, but
Wait,
Death
I
Ward
didn't
just
understand.
Death Ward basically means if you would die, you go to 1 hit point instead.
Ex-
No,
Amy,
but
go.
with
Can you
this,
explain
if I
how
was gonna,
damage works on falling?
Fall damage,
Because-
basically, in normal game rules, it's actually fairly survivable fall damage. I don't do that. If you fall anything over, like, 60, 70 feet, you're going to probably break bones or die.
but why does it say I halve all fall damage even if the fall would technically kill me? Surely, if I was gonna fall and take damage of 10,000, it would only go to 5,000, and I still wouldn't.
You
Yeah,
would be
you
dead, but you would
dead
have been,
because you
you'd
don't
be
have
less
5,000
dead.
HP.
Yeah, you'd be less dead.
But
Say, Zara, you fell, like, 30 feet, say.
yeah.
For most people, that'd hurt. For you, you'd be like, ow. It kinda is like, eh. You might get a sprained ankle, if most people are like, oh, my leg broke.
Yeah.
It's a very good ability.
Then I mean, how am I landing on my feet even if I was dead?
Cat.
You land on your feet and then you die.
Yeah, imagine,
Yeah.
Zara,
Dumb.
if you land on your feet to die, so your feet are then level with your skull, because your entire body is compressed, but you did land on your feet.
Dumb. Okay, fine. Do the death ward thing, and then
I'll
chuck me
do-
out the window.
I'll do Death Ward.
Okay.
You know, what direction was the bar in?
Make me a survival check.
Man, I might just throw you the entire wrong way, huh?
Natural 20, you know exactly where the bar is. You can actually see it from here.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
You know
lie,
how-
if you rolled a natural one, you'd be throwing it outside of the city and into a
Yeah.
lake.
you know how, like, rockets launch in stages? I'm basically gonna just pump all of my 10 of my natural magic to basically make just a rocket out of rocks, but, like, when, like, the momentum starts to die down, the rocks will just boost the next set along.
You've made it into such a way. Yeah, sure, I'll let you do that. Fuck it. Okay. Now then, make me an athletics check, Jay.
Yeah?
Yeah. 29. That could have actually been a lot better.
I mean, I did only roll an 11.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 29 at least.
It's only a 29. Okay, let me have a see here. What's your strength, Jay?
My strength?
Yeah.
15. Oh, that's my modifier. 4
I'm
is
about
my
to
strength.
say, it's not 15. 40. Okay. Alright, so... That is that. Oh god.
We'll see how quickly I get you back.
You're getting it back quickly, I'll tell you that. With your 29 and the fact that you have 40 strength, you straight up... You pick up Zarielle in the boulder sphere, essentially, and just shot put her with incredible
Wow.
volume. Some of the rocks like break off to force, which causes like it busts off in such a way that it forces the other sections. It works perfectly as you intended, and you see her careening across the sky, and she hits the side of the building.
I'll fix that later.
Zarielle,
Yeah.
you land feet first on the side of the tavern, about 30 feet in the air,
Okay.
and then you fall another 30 feet and land on the ground. So you're
Also
taking
feet
2 hits.
first.
Both feet first. Yeah, you land it both times. So the first
Yeah,
one.
but like I've seen cats fall from very, very high, like higher than 30 feet, and they've been fine.
Yes,
So
that was
I
But
should be fine.
cats weigh like 10 pounds, and
cats-
gravity works with weight.
correct. Cats have a terminal velocity of non-lethal for them. You are
Yeah,
considerably
well,
larger
I
than
only
a
weigh
cat.
like 90 pounds.
Yes.
Also, most cats aren't getting thrown at a wall at like Mac 10.
Very-
Fine, just kill me then.
So Zara, you are going to take. This is halved, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 65 points of bludgeoning damage from the first hit. Halved to 32 points of bludgeoning damage.
How much? What now? What?
You
Oh my
halve.
God, that sounds
You're
like a lot.
halving it, so you take 32 points of bludgeoning damage. From
So, okay, I get 32. Let me find my...
hit points.
Do I have to write this down?
You've got a hit points value, just minus it off.
Okay, 56 minus...
So-
30. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and from the second fall, you take 15 half to 7. So you take
15
7
off.
more.
So 7 more.
Because you landed,
Okay.
you fell like 30 feet on the last one.
So I've got 17 hit points at the moment.
Yeah,
now.
you lived!
You lived?
I know.
I also want to point out,
Why
Sarah,
did...
you lived
Yeah.
because of your cat's grace ability. Otherwise, you'd have
Thank
died.
you. I would have
No,
died.
otherwise the depths ward would have came in. That's still on you for like 8 hours, by the way.
Oh, here's the thing. She'd
Bye.
be unconscious without, if she didn't have cat's grace. Because
Yeah.
she'd have hit the wall, taken 60 odd damage, fallen death ward would have gone off, then she'd fallen 30 feet and taken 15 more damage and gone unconscious.
Like, okay, so hang on. So why was I thrown?
To get you back to the
quickly.
tavern quickly. Because you're back at the tavern now.
Okay, but how come no one else... What's everyone else gonna do?
Good question. I'm not sure, but it was fun, so I let him do it.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the plan was, but it was cool, so I let you do it.
What are the odds that the other fella will survive this?
Let's do it.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, BAM! You hear from outside,
It was a good throw.
In the meantime, did I head back to Shadow Elf and the Tiefling?
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you've heard the thud as well.
Yes, you've heard a thud of something hitting the side of the building, and the entire tavern shook.
I'm just looking at Shadow Elf and saying, I think we need more alcohol.
I'm going outside to see what the fuck just thudded against the wall.
I'm going back to the bar and ordering this time 4 ales medium size. Sorry, 3 ales medium size, and I'm looking at the bartender and I'm saying I'd like to have 3 ales medium size, and I want something of the really, really good stuff. I need to be in my best mood possible.
Best
Do
move
you have
possible?
something for me?
Certainly, I've got. If you want the good stuff, I've definitely got something here. And he pulls out a big bottle and slams it down. A couple of the people actually like glance up. A couple of the regulars. It's a big bottle of very good mead. This stuff, Nerian mead. Can't beat it. It's expensive, I wish to warn you, but
Like,
it is better.
how expensive?
Well, you said for 3 mediums, right?
3 medium normal and 1 the good stuff.
Oh, 1 the good stuff. That one will cost you 50 gold. The 3 mediums
I'm buying it.
is 5 gold.
Okay, yeah, that's 55 in total.
Yep.
Okay, yep, I'm buying that. And I'm immediately chucking the good stuff, like on X at the bar.
Okay.
Not even, I just want to be in the best mood possible. I don't taste it really. It's more like, okay, I need to perform. Now's the time, and I'm just chugging it.
Okay, I will say, you do actually taste it because it's Nerian mead.
Okay.
It is really good. It's quite sweet. It's like, it's the best thing you've ever drunk. By far. It tastes better than healing potions. So what it does...
I always thought healing potions taste terrible.
Oh,
called herbs.
in Geddon they taste great.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, we had a lot of cherry flavour to them.
Okay,
Here's what it does. You're immediately restored to full hit points.
I recovered 1 hit point. Nice.
Okay? You have advantage on all charisma checks until the next dawn.
Perfect. That was my goal.
In addition, you have resistance to psychic damage until the next dawn. You have immunity to poison damage until the next dawn.
Okay, I can't remember that. Resistance,
You resist
Um,
psychic.
psychic?
Yep.
Okay.
You're
Immunity?
immune to poison damage and the poisoned condition until dawn.
That could come in handy.
Okay. You gain... it was 1 medium-sized bottle, so you gain 20 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
You've counted as you have eaten for the day. It was very filling.
Always good.
And you have one automatic. Basically, if you make one athletics check before the next dawn, your next one automatically passes.
Well, that's very useful.
Your next athletic check auto passes.
It's a freebie. Nice.
It
Okay,
doesn't nat
yeah,
20, it
perfect.
just automatically passes. It gets like a good, solid, it works.
Makes sense.
If it's a
Thank you very much.
contested check, it counts as you've got a natural 20 without the critical bonus, essentially.
I feel like, or like I'm motioning when Asterix or Obelix drank the bless you,
The potion.
drank the potions,
Yeah.
the power potions, and they have those glow in their eyes, and they are like feeling immediately refreshed and buffed up.
Pretty much it. You feel fantastic right now.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm grabbing the 3 ales and going back to the table.
Okay.
I'm guessing I come out to...
A slightly
Zari.
dazed Zarielle.
What?
At least I'm not unconscious.
Oh. Huh? Where's the rest of... and the bird only just left.
It's been like about 3 minutes for you.
How did you get back here in 3 minutes? Are you you gonna explain you got chucked across here? Or no? Or are you too dazed?
Zara,
Yeah?
you're up.
Am I though? Am I? Or am I still on the ground?
You
Kind
never
of
were on the
right.
ground, just standing there, and the shadow elf's
cool.
talking to you.
I'm asking how you got here so fast.
Well, I flew, kind of.
To
There's
be
a few
honest,
rocks
dear,
around.
you
There's a
look
few
like-
rocks around her, by the way. Shadow elf.
To be honest, my dear, you look like you crashed.
It was a bit of a wild ride, let's put it that way.
Well,
Stepping out from behind her is her little fox, by the way. You have, it was, as far as you can tell, it was not there a second ago, and it's now just there.
It's very cute.
It is.
let's
So cute.
let's go get you a drink. I think you need
Yeah, I
one.
really definitely need one. I don't think I will volunteer to get thrown into a wall again.
You got thrown into a wall. Bloody hell! I run
By
up to the bar and
choice.
say, run up to the bar and say, she needs a drink. One
I have
your best
3
drinks you
ales at the table where we were.
I know, but I've seen what state she's in. I say, she needs one of your best drinks to make her feel a lot better. How much?
Oh, if you want the best, I've got the mead, 50 gold.
For just one drink or the
You
bottle?
wanted the best for one drink.
Okay. How much for the
No.
bottle?
One for the bottle, 20,000 gold.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That stuff isn't cheap. I wish to point out you're on the southern end of the continent getting imported alcohol from the northern end of the
How
continent.
much for a teaspoon?
For a teaspoonful? Call it 10 gold?
That's ridiculous. You think 5 teaspoons are in one drink? Sir, go back to school.
I never went to school.
Well, that's probably why.
You don't have to have it.
I
Listen, now you've made it seem very exclusive.
I
That's
hand
good.
over. I hand over 10 platinum. And say, give her 2.
Oh my god.
Okay. Hands you 2 medium-sized flagons of Nerian mead, essentially.
Give me
Okay.
here. Drink this. Other
Mm.
ones for you once you're done with that one.
No, let's both have one. We'll share. You deserve one too for
I
wanting
I
to
need-
look after me.
I need to point out again, I do not drink.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I always forget this. Okay.
I
I
glance
take
over. I glance over at the bar and seeing two of the meats being served and Shadow Elf refusing one. I'll say an abyssal to the tiefling. Excuse me a second, and I'm heading over there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so I take a sip.
What-
Okay, you. I can't remember all the fucking upgrades. You count as having eaten for the full day. It's the best thing you've ever drank, by the way, Zara.
Oh my god, can I just keep this in a flask and take it around with me?
It has a expiry date, I believe. How long does it last? It lasts 1 week.
It lasts on what?
1 week,
week.
if you've not stored
1
it in
week.
one of its special bottles, essentially.
Oh, I need to buy a special bottle.
Yeah.
We should take this and keep this with us and use it for when we get hurt.
For reference.
Or I could drink one now.
Here you go. So
I'll let you drink one if you give him the money that he spent on it.
I'll do that tomorrow morning, the first thing. If we're alive.
And how much was it? 50 gold?
50
gold,
gold.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him 50 gold.
Zarielle,
Just
by
thinking.
the way, for reference, the other things you got, you're instantly
Yeah, I
restored.
got stuff.
Oh yeah, this is
Oh right.
this is the good food stuff. Remember when I said that certain types of food give you massive buffs? This is one of the
Yeah.
ones that gives you massive buffs, which is why it's really
Oh,
expensive.
Yeah.
You are instantly restored to full hit points. You count
Good.
as having eaten today. You are resistant to psychic damage and immune to poison damage until the next dawn. You gain 20 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Advantage on all charisma checks until the next dawn. And you automatically succeed the next athletics check you make, basically.
Is this just from one sip?
This is from drinking the thing, essentially.
Okay, right, basically, new
Oh.
plan. Seth, okay, well, what I'm going to do instead is, where is everyone? Everyone's going to have some of this.
Yeah, when we're alive tomorrow, I'll throw around. But we have severe issues right now. So you had the sip, and I guess you're feeling better.
Yes, have a sip.
I had one already. It's perfect. It's the best thing I ever drank.
It's amazing.
Okay. Please tell me what happened. What did you find out?
Zara, you're up.
I'm trying to recall.
I had a guy who was in a cult.
What the hell did we find out? I don't remember what we. Why didn't I remember?
Did that throw hit you in the head?
Yeah,
You got concussed, apparently.
Yeah.
But I thought this drink restored everything. Did my memories not come back? Because I don't remember what we found out.
I will say, Zara, I can't help you on this particular one. An in-game drink can't fix the person's memory out of the
Oh,
game.
okay. Give me. I need a 2-minute recess. Excuse me.
Let's go
think-
watch the VoD from last
It's in a
time.
cult.
I think she is a little concussed. She got thrown across the
Town.
back here.
I think he's in a cult.
Who is he?
I don't know.
I think he's in a cult. Smith,
Might be
you
another
got
point of
Smith.
madness.
Okay,
I don't
the three
feel
of
very
you?
well.
Zara. Yeah, Zara, I'm
Zara.
gonna give you this one. You're gonna get another madness point for this one.
What? No, that's not fair. I only just got rid of one, like, at some point.
Zara,
Yeah.
half an hour ago, Smith, Alliance, and you were sent to find Connor, the Spider-Man
Yeah.
from. Yeah, okay. Did you find him?
I think she's
We
trying to
did
say that
find him.
You find him. Perfect. Okay.
The guy you rainbow
What did
obliterated.
you find out?
Yeah,
What did he
I
say?
killed him. Oh my god, I killed him before we could find anything else.
Why did you kill him? We needed him alive.
I think
Because
she's
I have
saying,
pink hair now.
I think she's saying that he's in the cult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in a cult.
I have
and
a
then I killed
question.
him.
What called?
Before you guys finish this,
It's fine.
is Smith throwing Linus across the city as well?
No,
Linus, do you think you could survive?
I'm chilling.
I do not have a second death ward, but do you think you can survive?
Look, we have some drinks for you. Look, they can throw you.
No, I'm just gonna walk
Yeah,
back
but
with him.
dead people can't drink anything.
I'm still too
Oh
panicked.
shit, that's
you
a
know.
very good point.
I've
That's
just
a
calmed
good
down. I don't
point.
need any more adrenaline.
So this guy in the cult is the guy that I killed. My bad. I thought something
He did
else.
violently
Never mind.
attack you.
Yeah, and then I blasted him through the wall.
My dear, I don't think that's a bad thing. If we
Yeah, but
found out that the people were hired us was a cult, and then we're giving them up to the other person who isn't they were after. I think they're going to be happy that the cult didn't get them, my dear.
I'm looking at Zara's big anime eyes.
Hello.
You sure he's dead?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't think there was anything left of him at
There
all.
was half of his body left. You blew off all the spider bits, and there was only
Half of
the
his body
person
left.
bits.
And
It was only the person bit.
And why did you kill him?
It was an accident.
What do you mean accident?
How?
What
Well,
did you do?
because
The fox is looking very
I'm
proud of itself, by the way, for
different,
reference.
but I'm the same, but I'm now different.
Pats the fox on the top of the head, going, aren't you proud of yourself for some reason?
It's like puffed its chest up. It's looking really proud, just like
So
preening.
cute. So cute. I just want to play with it all day.
Little fox cat
Oh.
thing.
Basically, it seems as though my magic has shifted, and I wasn't aware that I would end up obliterating Mr. Cultman.
Okay, so the spider who is dead was in a cult, and you killed him by accident. And
Yeah, and then I got
did he
thrown.
say something before
into
that
the shower.
accident happened?
No, because the area was silenced, for reference, Zara, so nothing was said.
Nothing was even. Oh, okay, good, okay, because that felt like a trick question.
No. That,
I wasn't sure.
I also say, Seth can't give trick questions. He's not the GM.
Yeah.
This is
No, nothing was said. It was too, you know,
Smith cast
it
a
just all
silence spell.
happened so suddenly. There we go. It's we cast a silence spell.
There was a magic spell, and you didn't talk, and he attacked you first, I assume. And
Yeah,
you
he
killed
attacked.
him.
He attacked us.
Okay,
He
that
attacked
makes
us. He
sense.
charged
Okay,
at us,
okay,
and then
okay.
we killed him because otherwise we would have died.
If
That's
I could enjoy
something.
this drink, I think I would need this drink too as well.
I will
but,
say, looking at, if you now you just have a chance to look at Zarielle over, you see her hands are covered in blood.
My hands.
Yeah.
I thought the drink made me better.
It's not your blood.
Oh my god, who's dying? Oh my god. We need to heal you. Oh no, what's happening? Oh no. Let's
Yeah, remember when you
medic.
tried to bandage Smith?
Chirurgeon! Where are the chirurgeons?
Ooh, good word.
Thanks. Final Fantasy.
if you, my dear, if you would like to go wash up before we have a meeting, feel free
I'll-
to do so.
I'll guide her to the restroom and ask her, please clean yourself up. We are awaiting important guests in a few moments.
I
Yeah,
don't know what's
they're gonna be here according to my clock at in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. Okay, look, save the rest of the drinks. Don't let the barkeeps clean them away. Because everyone
No,
needs
no
to
worries.
have
I
I'll
wasn't-
keep one.
I
I'll keep
wasn't-
one close to myself.
I wasn't.
Yeah, but
planning
don't drink
on
it all.
I've got other. I'm half tempted to actually disarm drink the other one and see what the fuck happens to the shadow version of me. And drink the damn thing.
I'm
You
looking at Shadow Earth, glancing at the drink, and I'm asking, you want to try one?
I wish I could enjoy this, and
Now is not the time. When we are alive tomorrow, I said I'll sponsor a round. Then you can go nuts all you want, but now actually is not the time to try new stuff out.
I will say, Bob, you actually do. The Shadow of does know what would happen.
nothing.
What happened?
Nothing. I literally
Why?
said when you created the character, are you sure bearing in mind that the magic foods are a thing in this world, you can't affect them because of your body.
Hang on, wait,
I-
couldn't we turn it into like vapor?
No, nothing's gonna affect me.
He's a
I can
shadow!
only-
He's a shadow!
I'm
Uh,
very sorry for your loss.
Just eat the shadow of the drink, duh.
That gives him enough nourishment to survive. That's all it does.
I fish out one of a potion bottle and stick it in that and go, okay, yeah. If it is as good as it seems to me that you don't want me to waste it, keep it and look after it and use it when you need it. I mean, you do have the potions, but you seem
I
to
actually don't have any potions, but I'll gladly take it.
essentially put it in a similar thing, a potion bottle or just a little vial or something.
Even in a potion ball, it's going to last a week.
Hmm.
But it is
I'll
carryable now.
I'll take the drink and I keep it close to my heart. I'm putting it inside my ground, right in the pocket where it's.
Yeah, keep a mark of
Okay.
7. Anytime there's like a 24 hours pass, make sure you mark it down, essentially. Okay, it's going to last 7 days.
Okay. Yep.
I'll start a conversation with the bartender. I'm
Boris.
gonna. And I would like to inquire about some rations or some stuff, food items for my companions.
Travel rations?
We could traveling rations.
Oh, fair enough. How much do you want?
Well, what sort of price are you looking at? And I mean, I'd like some fairly good stuff and maybe some stuff that'll just last.
Oh, it's travel
actually,
rations.
no.
They last.
What's good rations do you have? I have a way to make things stay.
I'm looking at Shadow. Why are you ordering food now?
Oh, this is for when we get on the move. I want to see if there's any good stuff that I can bring along with us. I may even throw in a trade for the bartender. I do have something that might be of interest to you.
That's a brilliant idea, but can we do that tomorrow?
Well,
Like,
I'm
prepping?
inquiring. Whilst we're waiting, I'm inquiring what they have on offer.
Oh, we've got standard for travel rations. I'm afraid all we have is the standard travel rations. They are 1 gold each for a days. Nothing too fancy, but they get you good. It will last.
Is there anything particularly fancy that you is a good hearty meal that I could for companions as well?
A hearty meal
I
for
mean-
today.
Well, I will come tomorrow. I just want to know what kind of fancier meals you have on offer.
We've got one. We have we've got this nice kind of fish that we quite often have. I say that's the fanciest one if you're after something like that. Which, by the sounds of it, you're asking for something like that. So
Yes.
yes, yeah, we have one. We have a kind of fish that we serve. Basically, it's saying they've got one kind of food which has an actual added effect.
Okay. What
Which is
sort of prices on that?
20 gold each.
Okay.
Doesn't last. You have to eat it here, but it's a specialty.
Oh, about that, we'll come discuss some things tomorrow. I just wanted to see on pricing.
Yep, certainly. It just goes back to serving other customers.
Thank you.
No, it's a pleasure.
Okay. And I'll go back over to Seth and wait for the cat to come in. Or I'll actually, before I do that, I'm gonna have a quick look out the outside to see if our companions are on the way, or even see anyone else coming back in this way that might
How-
be
How
who we're looking
fast?
for.
Yeah, how fast are you moving? Smith and Linus.
Oh, however fast his wounded self can go, I guess.
You can go full speed.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. If I was really to haul ass as fast as I could, this is speaking in possibilities. Then I believe that I could. I'm just checking to see if I have any spells for boost my speed at the moment.
Do you have haste? Do you have any spots for haste?
I don't think I get haste.
Clerics can get haste, I believe, but I don't know if you took it or if you've got it prepared.
I mean, probably not.
I can cast haste, but you're not near me.
Well, no, I don't think I have it
You know,
prepared, even if I do have it.
Yeah.
No, in that case, I'm only capable of going 140 feet and dashing. So that is with dashing.
yeah, I was about to say,
140
I
feet.
did give you 140 foot movement.
140 feet in 6 seconds.
Yes, you can really haul ass, essentially. So, do you want to pick Linus up and do that? Because if you do, you'll
I-
beat the demon's game. then.
Carry me as long as you don't like hurt me.
I mean, I'll have to leave a note saying I'll be back later at the place. Leave
I mean,
like a note.
The wood isn't going to be back here immediately.
I know, but still, it's a matter of principle more than anything. Yeah, I'll leave a note and then I'll sprint off with I guess I'll pick him up. He is quite small and slow.
Average human with average speed.
Oh wait, I know how I can speed myself up.
You got
You know what?
expeditious retreat.
You know what slows me down? Buildings. I have to go around them. Do you know a way around buildings? If I go you ever seen like Ninja Warrior or Wipeout?
Yes.
If
You
I
do
do
things
that,
first.
except I just use like my natural magic to basically make rock pillars to go up.
I
and
was
above
about
the
to say,
building.
are you about to do this with actual buildings? Because these buildings are made of fairly
but those
ordinary
buildings
wood.
would collapse.
And you are like a 1-ton pig.
I'm basically just gonna use my natural magic to make easy ways over the building, so I can just run in a straight line.
Okay, this is going to be a acrobatics check still.
Acrobatics? Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, guess what? I modifier I have for acrobatics.
0.
1.
Zero.
Oh, it's 1. It's better than I thought. Hey, you got
Oh.
20.
It's a dirty 20 though.
Still a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you power up, like you jump between them. Linus is screaming.
Ah, what the fuck, man?
As you power between like pillar of rock. Like you're summoning them and they're like rising into the air just long enough and then collapsing down to the ground. You hear screams and curses below you as the occasional person is like brained by rocks. But give me a second.
He's rolling to see how much commotion it makes.
Oh, you only caused 2 fatalities, Jay. Congratulations.
I caused fatalities?
You were jumping
No,
high.
no.
You were going high enough to basically mean that you go over the buildings with your rocks, which means they are falling like 60 feet with fist-sized rocks into public streets.
Listen,
You only
they
caused.
should have seen me coming from a mile away.
They did, but here's the thing: you were moving very quickly. Hey, and also you killed 2 people on a 2d20 roll.
You know,
That's the best
the
that could have
least
happened.
amount. It's not great, but you know,
It's not 40 people.
if anyone asks, they were part of the cult.
We're cult members, honestly.
I have
Sky
someone with me,
rocks.
they'll back me up.
Meteors.
I can't believe rocks fell and people died.
Rocks fell from the sky. We're gonna have a
Okay.
legend about like the Hogfather in this area. This random pig that charges above the houses at night, raining stones from the sky.
Killing cultists.
Yeah, that happened. So yeah, you make it back in like 2 minutes, essentially. So you've got like a couple minutes to spare.
You like send a crow out and then it's like 3 minutes after it's gone, the first person literally hits the tavern. And then you're like, dude, what the fuck? And then you go out to like check outside and see if you can know, like, if you can see if we're coming, and we're literally jumping over the house right in front of it.
What the bloody hell?
There's quite a large splash when you land on the ground.
Just to be sure, one of the two people wasn't like Harry or Mary or Sally or something
Imagine.
that died like a casualty.
Actually, it definitely
God.
wouldn't be them a fatality, but I will actually have to roll to see if they notice. Oh, they notice.
I mean, I'm not exactly being subtle here.
You did hit one of them, but they didn't die.
Oh, okay.
One of the entities is dead.
No.
No, they hit
They got
one.
hit.
They couldn't die from it. It wasn't going to do enough damage to kill one of them. But you did hit one of them.
No, it's fine. I genuinely didn't notice.
You know who they are.
I don't have a clue who they are.
You've never met them.
Well,
See, I can't be blamed. The letter was urgent. It said, we need you back now.
Smith
well-
burst through the door, hammer raised.
I mean, you're back, but
It was Mary
you
you hit,
really
by the
have
way.
to throw her.
You
Is the
said,
first
you,
question you
you
get
said you
from-
needed us back now.
Yes, but did you have to throw her if you can get here that quick?
Yeah, it was quicker.
She was the advanced party.
Perhaps
Zarielle
you-
was the vanguard.
I mean, you're back. We understand that he was a cult member and already dispatched him. Do you think they're still going to pay us for this?
Oh yeah,
I'm
shit.
thinking there's
Smith, you were carrying his body. Smith's
you-
got his torso with him.
That's
Oh.
good. I guess I hear him arriving.
Yeah.
Okay, I go out and I'm kind of upset. I said, "Oh, what?
What?
Yes.
I mean,
well,
why?
once they get back here, we can hand them over the person who was after them.
Now,
mean,
to be
Ah.
fair, I didn't do this.
We know,
Yeah, Zara said something. Okay, just to
and
Listen, I thought he was about to be sacrificed by a cult. There were lots of bloody drawings over his walls. So I tried to wake him up. He stabbed me.
I'd like to make a
think one of my
perception check on
organs
what
exploded.
Let
everyone.
him talk, shut up.
I'd like to make a perception check of the room to see just how people are reacting to this.
Okay, roll.
Insight.
Yeah, roll insight.
All right.
Yeah, one of my organs exploded, but I did not. I didn't even hit the guy. I accidentally hit a hole in a wall, but I didn't even hit the guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he was
Gary's.
in a- Please go ahead.
Gary is chuckling slightly. To be honest, he's still got a pint. Gary's chuckling as he's watching the lot of you. Most of the rest, like, they glance up occasionally, and you just hear like muttering, and they just like look away and just like tourists.
And don't worry, it was a cult member.
Okay, so there was a cult, and
Yeah,
Arachne from the Smith's shop was one of them, and they attacked you, or he attacked you, and he's dead now.
Yeah. Do not irritate the cat. Or the
No, I
cat's smaller cat.
The panic fox.
I
The fox
Okay.
I
cat.
gave her a drink for the fact that you threw them across the place. You may want to be the one who's apologize if you're saying that she is a worrying concern to you now.
It
For
just
throwing her across the map,
I
killing her.
need you. I need you to understand. It shot a beam and disintegrated half of this man's body instantly.
And the
It
wall behind
destroyed
it.
an entire wall, and the wall behind that, and behind that, and behind. I didn't even check to see how many walls it destroyed. Okay.
And your
Okay, that'll
conclusion
explain
is
why.
to throw one of our party members through half the city and then run across some giant
Said
rock.
they want. You gave us a letter saying you needed us here now. How am I the bad guy in this situation?
I don't make you the bad guy, but
I have
next time I'll be
literally
clearer
only
that I
done
need
what
you.
was asked.
That does explain why the little thing seems so proud of itself.
Yeah, it's a monster in a compressed, tiny form.
It's on our side at least.
Oh, no.
Now.
Yeah, okay. So you know for a fact that Connor the Arachne is the bad guy in the whole situation, and we know he's in the cult, and there's still the blood is still on the wall, I guess.
I mean, yeah,
Very
it's
well.
still on what's left of the walls.
Okay,
But yeah, he was 100% in a cult.
so we can talk openly to Harry, Mary, and Sally.
I mean, yeah. I even saw the symbol for the cult. I could, if you got me a large enough pencil and paper, I could draw it, maybe.
I mean, that would help, but I mean, well, what did we walk ourselves into? We came to earn some simple goal, and we've discovered a cult.
Listen, cults happen every day.
I wish to point out, did Linus tell the lot of you that he found a different cult member, by the way?
Did I win?
The guy who Seth violently murdered was another cult member, and it was the same symbol. You
Oh yeah,
found.
yeah. I told them that.
Yeah.
He had the tattoo or whatever.
So, we seem to be unraveling this cult one member at a time because they seem. Wait a minute. Did you say they were looking at us?
That's perception check for you, for Zara and Cav as well, by the way.
Ooh, perception check.
I guess if it's people specifically looking at us, be very suspicious of anyone who asks, like, really in-depth questions, like, where are we from? What's your name? What's with the symbol on your arm?
Well,
Stuff like that.
Okay. Everybody apart from Smith notices that there are 3 demons, like, behind you at the door with a very large arachne behind them, all looking quite amused. There's one girl and 2 blokes, all very well dressed.
hello?
I guess
They're just staring at
Linus and
you.
me
Recognize them? You recognise them? Yes.
Oh, hello there.
They look like they've been waiting for a couple of minutes. They're all like smiling at you, not just waiting. Just politely waiting for you to finish.
Yeah, hello there.
Hello there.
How long have you been here?
I've been here like 2 seconds. What
Behind
do you
you,
want?
Smith.
about how long have we been here? A couple hours. Says Gary.
So the 3 of you are 4 of you.
No,
that
makes
makes sense.
speaking.
I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. So I'll need to
They're all
order
speaking in
some
unison, by the way.
way more alcohol then, but please come in, take a seat. You know half of the story already. Let's fill you in with the other half. And I'm guiding the way to the large table where is enough space for all of us.
Yeah.
Going to the bar,
They get a few
laying
like
down.
waves from people, and like hellos, and like generally like nice greetings from the clientele.
So it is true that you've been here for a while and people like you. Was asking around
Of course.
to see.
For their voices, by the way, they're not always in unison, but one of them will basically be talking at a time, and it just will alternate essentially. So, just bear that
Like
in mind.
one sentence, 3 people speak fluently.
This is really
Potentially.
distracting. Can just one of you talk?
Well,
Be
it's like
impolite, you have 12 ears.
it's like each line. Like every time one of them speaks, one of them will say the full sentence, and then when you ask another question, a different one will answer the full sentence. Essentially, it
Okay,
will
that-
alternate between a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'm going at the bar. I'm laying down 50 gold, and I'm ordering 2 pitcher and a couple of more glasses.
Okay.
And I'm
Of just general
saying-
ale, right?
Yeah, general, the normal ale, and I'll say, I hope this will cover us for the whole evening.
Yes, it
And
will.
the normal ale.
For standard ale, it certainly will. Provided you
Perfect.
don't go crazy, of course. Anything over that, I'll put on your tab.
Yeah, just come to me. I'll try to keep a
Mm.
clean mind.
Mhm.
I'm going back, and with that, like I said, I'm ordering 2 pitcher.
Yeah.
I'm placing 1 pitcher on the table, and I'm spreading the glasses in like a semicircle so everybody can take one. And I'm handing 1 pitcher to Smith.
Thanks.
So, where are we starting with this whole debacle?
Where do you want to start?
I have
Oh.
a question.
Yes.
Who are they?
They're the people we're meeting with.
Harry, Larry, Mary, Gary. Each of them says that independently to identify which one is which.
Yes.
What are the odds that all your names rhyme?
Weird, isn't it?
Right?
They all 4 of them say that in complete unison.
Damn
Like
parrots.
Borg style.
Weird that you can talk and sync as well. You must have practiced a lot.
I think it's more than just practice, my friend. So, you own the business here with fishing. You seem to have attracted the, would I say, ire of a cult?
Wouldn't be the first time.
And they tried to hire us somehow, probably being complete strangers to the place. I'm thinking perfect fall guy, maybe?
That we don't know. And we can't
Okay,
really answer due to you having one of your companions appeared to have obliterated the informant, and you found, it appears, the other one which we could have caught met a nasty fall, it seems.
Let me make sense of that. So, Linus and me were talking to 3 of the 4 of them, and we were made an offer that we say who is on the wants the 3 or 4 of you and the fishing company to leave the village, and we wanted to talk about details this evening. So I'm glad we're all here now, and we can give you some more explanation than just a few corpses.
I mean, I was quite happily going to give up the fellow because, I mean, from what I've asked around town, these people are more well-liked than this random new blacksmith that joined. How long ago was it?
Couple of months.
A couple months ago. Who was kind of strange to begin with.
That was one of them that said that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm showing them the symbol that the Arachne and the guy that I obliterated had,
Okay.
and telling them or asking them, do you know more about this symbol?
I've actually rolled for it. No, can't say. It's just some symbol. Though one thing that is noteworthy about it, from what we can say, that is a Minotaur's head.
It actually is.
You can tell by the horns. It's a Minotaur. That's not a simple cow.
Okay, so but you don't know where that symbol exactly stands for.
It's just some symbol, cult symbol. Cults pop up every so often.
So a cult of some kind of minotaur.
I recall Smith had memories of exactly that cult and had heard of it before.
Believe he'd recognized it as a cult that he'd like seen somewhere before. It was, I believe he rolled okay on it, so he knew that it was a cult. He didn't know much about it though.
Okay, so we actually know that there is a cult in town that wants you to leave, and the guy that hired us is the dead Arachne, the half body at the entrance there.
But they're not the ringleader, evidently.
Most
We
likely
assume
not.
We have been followed, as you may notice. There's another casualty outside of this tavern,
It's been
and that
cleared
one.
up.
Yeah, it has been. Oh, that's lovely. They are very fast workers here. And that one was following our group, and I'm guessing they were attacking either us or they may even be for you, since they were very patiently with us. Sadly, he passed away before I could interrogate him for further details.
Unfortunate. Here's the way of
actually-
it somehow, though.
We may have another clue. That is the apartment where the Arachne was staying. We found some magic weapons in there, and
Did you?
there were more symbols on the wall.
Yeah. The symbols, though, I don't remember any magic equipment.
Sorry?
I don't remember any
Knife.
magic equipment. The knife was just a knife.
The knife was
Yeah, that was
using his
good
natural magic for it.
yeah.
Okay, that was natural magic. Okay, sorry, I thought the dagger was.
No, it was
Magical.
just it was just an it was well, it's magical in the way that everything is magical in Geddon, but it wasn't
Yeah, okay.
anything special.
That makes sense. Okay. So there may be another clues on who's assassinate or wants to assassinate you or get you out of the village at least.
Well, it'd be worth an investigation at least. Okay.
So,
1 moment.
Sure.
Everyone roll me insight, please. Particularly you, Seth. This is the most noteworthy one since you're the one who's doing most of the talking here, so you definitely get it. Ooh. Okay. Zarielle and the Shadow Elf. You'd both notice that all 4 of them's eyes flicker for a brief instant before going back to the normal conversation when they say we get someone to check it.
Yeah.
There's like a slight flicker in all of their eyes. You're the only ones that see it though.
I believe there's 5 of them. Honestly, they're probably not even related. It's probably like the power just lets them make a hive mind. They just make it so you have to change your name to join it.
Okay.
Sending someone to check the place then?
You're observant. Sending someone's the wrong word, but in a manner.
So it's
Okay.
more like some kind of spell.
Not really.
I
We'll
mean,
talk about that later.
I mean, there is things like scry in that, but it's not-
I'm sorry, do you guys drink?
We do occasionally.
So I think we at least should cheers up and have a drink together before we talk further details.
Why
I
not?
ordered some ale, and I heard it's has quite a good reputation in this tavern here in this town.
We are quite partial to it. And they all do, like, take a flagon of ale and take a swig, essentially. It is quite tasty. Like, it's not the mead, but it's pretty good.
I think so. Okay, so let's talk business then.
Yes, let's.
You wanted the name? The name is Connor. We
Yeah,
didn't
we
just
know that
give you
now.
the name, we gave you more information and the body of the guy who wanted to get you out. So I think we fulfilled our part of our agreement.
Yes. I'll say that's a way to do it.
We may be helpful in other ways, And we're still
And-
missing some coin.
Yes,
I believe they can help us as well, maybe.
correct. Your friend there did have a few questions, which I'm sure can be bargained for. So, I will say one thing, and which one would it be? Harry pulls out a big sack, puts it down on the table, and just pushes it towards you all. That is the payment for the information.
We gratefully accept that. Thank you very much.
That is 10,000 gold. That's bookkeeping. There is 10 grand in there. You can check it if you like, but it is 10 grand.
We know that you are quite wealthy, so we're not the ones who assuming you would cut us short.
Oh, that was me out of character saying that. They just
It's
said
more,
that. Yeah.
No,
Things
no need
that's
for
probably
counting it.
the
It's like a big
stronger
bag.
one to carry too.
Smith, would you carry the valuables?
Sure.
Plus, you do have your backpack who will protect it.
Yeah. How much money am I sticking in this bad boy?
10 grand.
In gold and platinum?
In gold.
I mean, we could split it up a bit if we want to. I mean, you could physically carry it, but if we want to split it up, we can divide out some gold between us so we all have some spending
We
cash.
can do that later.
But,
That's
yeah,
not the time.
or later.
We're in a conversation.
That's bookkeeping for later.
There we go. It's in my sheet.
Okay.
All of it.
So, do we want, now that we've had a nice drink, I think we should go somewhere a little more quiet for this particular next section. If you're still interested in getting that information you were after earlier.
I tend to agree. I mean,
What
As
information
as
are we
much-
after?
as much as this is barely visible, I think conversations about it is a bit more on the down low. They're going to help us with a little problem with our shoulder. Or at least give us some pointers in where to go.
I know
think
exactly
they are
where we
asking
need to
us
go out of this country.
To follow them, and it won't.
That's
be
what the
that
gold
far.
is for, Smith. We can deal with leaving the country with the gold, but the rest we're going to have to. This isn't just going to disappear, I believe.
Or we at least hear them out, and then we can decide as a group if we want to take another contract from them. How about that?
Yes, that's what what I'm saying is that we, but better than in a more quiet place, as they're suggesting.
So where do you want to take us? What do you have in mind?
Well, there's a particular place that we know we will not get disturbed, so let's go there. If you would follow us. And they all stand up.
We will do that, but we had some people of our group had like a fairly long night, and there were some incidences in between, as you may seen or heard already. So is it fine when just three of us coming with you, and two of us just need to rest for now?
If you like. Weren't planning on doing anything.
Going to Linus, and I'm asking him, like, I'm putting him kind of away from the table, out of hearing range for the three of them. Oh, sorry, 5 of them, the Arachne plus the 4 guys. Linus, would you be so kind to let your familiar with Zara and Smith
Yeah.
and Shadow up? You and I'll follow them just in case something happens. Your familiar can lead Smith and Zarielle to us.
I'm confused. Why is it going with
Believes
us?
that believes you need a rest.
You
How are you feeling?
Fine.
Yeah, of course you're fine, but you are the backup. We don't know if they are legitimate or not.
We are.
Out of hearing range.
Yeah, you were fairly confident you're out of hearing range. But they still say, we are.
I have no
So
problem
I
with them.
still, even though they hand us a lot of money, we don't need to carry it around the whole time. You need some rest. Zara needs to get back up on her feet and clear her head,
Yeah.
and we can check up on you, and you can be our backup if we need you. Is that fine with you?
I still don't see why you think I need a rest, but whatever.
I
We
just don't want the gold to be with us.
we will say nothing's gonna happen to you while you're with us, and you all could probably use this information.
Yeah,
With everyone here, then just
I feel like you're just very untrusting of people.
I-
It's a personality flaw you should work on.
We've been followed. We discovered a cult. We found magical entities. You blow up half the town, then you demolished the other half of the town. There was an incident where a roof collapsed suddenly, and I'm the one who's paranoid?
Yes.
Fair enough. Let's go all and see what the night will bring.
Do you know why you're paranoid? Because you assume that any of it has anything to do with us.
I'd like to state something here. If they wanted to do something to us with that kind of wealth and that kind of power and clout here, they would have already done it.
Not necessarily, but maybe.
Oh, they 100% would.
So I'm quite inclined to let us all go hear this just in case someone forgets or someone doesn't quite understand, and better to all hear and make our own decision, or then half of us there, half us there. But I agree we should keep an eye out on our way there to make sure that none of the cult come after us or them. Is that a fair assumption for everyone? Yeah?
Caution is
Yeah.
the sight of a healthy mind.
Go along. Sure, let's tackle it. I'm going just quick back to the bar, and I'm wishing the barkeep have a nice evening, and hopefully see you tomorrow.
Yeah, have a nice evening.
Thank you
I
very
will,
much.
They
I
have
will see you
they have got you have gone through all the pitches, by the way, in this amount of time.
Sorry?
You guys have gone through the full pitches, by the way, in this amount of time, but you've not ordered any.
All of them.
There's 2 pitches. They're both empty now.
I mean, given that one
was
pitcher
just
was
for spirits, so-
just my drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I will come back tomorrow to discuss some more with you about the things we were discussing earlier.
Certainly, I assumed you were staying, considering you've ordered rooms already.
Well, I'm more meaning discuss more about the food and stuff,
Okay, yes, certainly.
more detail.
If you would follow us.
Yes,
Take
lead
lead.
the way.
I hope subtlety is not needed for this, because there is no hiding.
It won't be, don't worry. And the 4 of them and the Arachne lead you. It's a bit. You're taking main roads, and you eventually come to a very large building. Would everyone roll me survival checks?
Survival.
Yeah, just idle check this one. Idle survival.
Survival.
I was making perception check because I was keeping an eye out whilst we're going.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
With a 24, you no one's. You get the occasional looks, but it's more like a friendly bit of curiosity and waves to the demons than anything else. Okay. Everyone apart from Zarielle, unfortunately, it was a DC 15.
What?
It was
That's not
unfortunate.
fair.
Don't worry, it's nothing important. You actually
Grateful
noticed.
that you're conscious.
Yeah, you're conscious. Yeah, exactly. You're happy. You have gone to the centre of the town.
Okay.
Is where you've been taken to a large town hall basically. It's made of wood, but it's a lot sturdier than a lot of the other buildings around. It's like quite nice. There's a couple of guards around. The demons just nod at the guards. The guards stand up a bit straighter when they go past. They all walk up into the main hall. And and the doors close behind you unless you've got a particular thing. It's basically just like big, nice building that you'd be taken into. It's like quite good decor all around. It's like a town hall, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I see your trade pays pretty damn well.
that's one way of talking about it, yes. So, now then, they turn and you've gone into like this little like main room, right? So it's a bit out of a bit of ways. I think we can drop any pretense and charades now then. So, 2 more demons come out. All of them look very similar. Not the same, but similar, right? They're all very minor demons. Similar-ish features, very different clothing. One of them, one of
Let
the
me
2
guess.
ones.
Barry.
No, I think they're both girls. These ones actually.
Oh.
One of them is dressed in very nice clothing. Like much better quality than all the others. Like it looks like a uniform of office, essentially. Hello. So yeah, this is us. Any pretense for the remaining pretense, just in case, since you seem very curious about our names for some strange reason. I am Lizzie. She is Susie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
I was expecting Shelley.
They all sigh in unison. Let's just drop the pretense then. And all 6 of them just start glowing vibrantly.
Oh no.
And they all turn into one very large individual in front of you. You've seen
Yay.
something similar to this before. This is a lesser demon. They are very tall. They are standing about on par with Smith in height. A big pair of like armor-plated wings, solid set shoulders. Basically like a uniform. This one, it's not wearing particularly armor or anything, but it's like a military kind of uniform. It's very nice all around, very high quality. A pair of big like hooves. Basically, imagine if anyone's seen the Dreadlords from Warcraft.
Of course.
Yeah, I know you definitely have, Cav.
Probably.
Cav, if you could find a picture of a Dreadlord and just throw it up into the chat, so that everyone roughly knows what you're looking at. Yeah, they're quite well dressed all around, like very civilized looking, but basically like that.
Where am I looking?
I don't know if Cav's gonna put a picture up.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
Then wherever Cav posts the picture, roughly.
Where have you
posting it in
posted
general. I'm
it?
posting
Why
it
is it
now.
taking so
I
long?
have to save it.
My god!
It takes time.
Oh, why is it gonna like this?
You put a download. You could have copy
Oh my
pasted it,
god!
dude.
Oh.
This part. Oh.
I'll find it.
All right, can I drag it? Can I
One
drag
moment.
it into Discord? No.
Okay.
I thought I
Yeah.
saved it.
Okay, I've seen them.
I
Yep.
must have pressed save link by accident. Whoops. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that
Why
basically.
Like this? I've just
Fair
had
enough.
to download it
Yeah.
now.
It's basically that, but in a like uniform, not
I
in any
can't
armor.
see anything.
Look on Cav's screen.
I saw the oh yeah.
Golden
No, but I
armor.
don't want to turn because my booster jab is hurting my arm. It's very.
Golden armor, big wings,
You know.
standard looking kind of demon with.
Oh
Foremost arm.
yeah.
Yeah, this one's
Like,
not wearing
kind
armor.
of like the WoW ones.
They are
That's
from WoW.
exactly what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, okay.
They are basically. It's what I designed. The lesser demons basically have a fairly standardish look for that. Then this one's wearing like a suit, essentially, though. So, hello, I will not tell you my name for obvious reasons, but
Fair enough.
Is it Shelley?
it is not Shelley, though. I'm sorry.
Damn.
May
But-
we call you Shelley for the occasion?
Why not?
Thank you.
That is a way to address me, yes. So, yes, so I am the demon in charge of this town, essentially.
Fair enough.
We need to go to new
So
towns.
you are a fairly businesslike and friendly demon, we heard.
Yes, close
Is
as
there
well.
more to it?
Not really. Well, Her Majesty instructed me to protect this town. As is quite common, every town has some form of guardian. It's a way to dissuade unfortunate people from trying to start trouble.
So cultists?
Cultists are one.
Tourists?
Adventurers are quite often another, yes. You guys have caused me no end of paperwork. At least you're going to repair the building.
I've
Yes.
done nothing wrong.
You may have killed. You also killed 2 people on your way
What,
to
did
the
I?
tavern. Yes. Don't worry, it's fine. It happens all the time. This world is an unforgiving one, to say the least. It's just a hassle.
Yeah, that's news to me.
Yes. So, those marks on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you a considerable amount of information on them.
What do you want to have in return for it?
What are you willing to offer? This is very important information.
I'm trying to haggle with them a bit about. I want to know where his like spot is where we can get him, what's important to him, and what we can do for him. Essentially, I want to make a charisma check of some sort.
Okay. Make me a persuasion roll. With advantage, because you drank mead.
Yep.
18.
That's the 18 then.
Okay, well, knowledge is always a welcome one. Something of considerable value. Anything that would be considered worthwhile. We're not particularly picky as far as things are concerned.
That's interesting. I'm guessing you possess way more valuable items than we ever could have.
What about connections?
How
Connections are fairly meaningless outside of this town for me.
To royalty?
Yes.
valuable a piece of information on a scale of I'm
Yes.
trying to think of a scale.
A scale from 1 to 5. What kind of information are you looking for?
60%.
I mean, you won't be able to pay him with the money he just gave us.
Yes, you
I
can't pay
mean,
us.
won't
Money.
happen.
Money's not worth.
Okay, so what do you want us to do so
Um,
we gain all the information you have about the marks?
Just some information you wouldn't be the most. It wouldn't be the kind of information that you would just give up willy-nilly. Something of good, correct value. I don't mind what kind.
I'm gonna whisper, oh, I've got something.
You must have something in mind.
I could make you a cool
We've
anything, really.
got a princess in the party, we could tell them that.
Why would you tell them that?
I mean,
I
she
don't
has
know.
exploding hair at least.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
you're a tradable
And like a
Hold,
you know,
hold, people.
excluding pet.
bargaining chip.
Hey, someone caught
You know,
on.
by discussing it out loud, they already know.
Can I?
Someone catches on very quickly.
Of course he already knows. I just wanted to lighten the mood a little bit. Don't worry,
I-
we wouldn't trade in you or your hair or your Fennec
No,
fox.
I hope not.
I was curious about the hair. An explanation of that would do.
Goes boom.
Yes, I'm
I mean-
aware of that.
Wow.
That's
Well, I
about
can
all
just
we
show
know.
you. I
honestly.
can give you a demonstration.
Oh god, I'm
That's-
backing up.
No, not in here, please.
Can instead
I'd
of
be willing
trying
to test that.
I mean, we don't know 100% for sure, but we are fairly certain that it's magic above the usual, even for this realm.
It is wild magic. There's quite a lot coming off of her. And her little pet there.
I don't like the way the conversation flows at the moment. Let's talk about something else and not our companion. Because we're not willing to
Yes, I was
give up.
going,
I
to
wasn't
make an
asking
offer.
for her.
I was going to make an offer of something
Yeah.
I have. It is quite considerably valuable to me and quite useful.
Now this is more like it. What is this information?
Well, it's more of an item.
Item. Interesting. Okay.
It is quite valuable, it's quite useful, and I am quite hesitant to give it up because I've been making a good deal of profit off of it.
I will give you this as a freebie then for information to more encourage this. If you do not get the information that we possess, you will die within 2 years.
That is the main reason I'm willing to even put this up on offer.
I mean,
It
you look
may
very
not be useful
strong.
for us right now, so I am quite willing to give it up. It is
You
something we
I don't
managed to
like
keep
the
alive.
way. No, I don't. That doesn't make sense to offer our lives. And 2 years can be over fairly fast, and we don't know what will happen after that. That doesn't. You are fairly strong, I guess.
Yes, well, I suppose by the scale of the world I'm incredibly weak. But comparative to most mortals, yes. Incredibly
So
strong.
when I challenge you in an arm wrestling match and I win, you give us the information for free.
This feels dumb.
Okay, I see what you're doing here. I wish to point something out, by the way. It only seems of fairness for this particular one, because I see what you're doing here. This is as a GM, by the way.
Okay.
This creature is an immortal. The immortality keyword has a bunch of special rules associated with it. One of which is essentially an uber version of the buff you currently have on.
So they would roll.
They get to
high.
pick when to natural 20.
In succession?
They've got a certain number of times per day, depending on the tier of immortal. This is a pretty low tier as far as immortals go, but they still have it.
I'll take the challenge.
Okay. So I should fairly warn you that they can just go, I pass. And this actually is a natural 20 with the critical as well.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So I'm challenging you to an arm wrestling match, and you give us the information for free if I win.
Curious. And what if I win?
You can beat him up.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want when you win?
This has nothing to do with me, though.
I am stepping back from this deal. I was making my own deal for this information, but if you want to, on you go. I don't know what this.
How about... Yeah, that's not a bad one. That hood from that assassin's guild that you're wearing. That would be a fine prize.
I gamble that. I take it off and put it on the table.
Okay.
You just got some information about yourself that you didn't know, right?
Correct. That's what it was
We're
supposed
an
to be.
Assassin's Guild?
Yeah. Like, hello, am I the only one here paying attention to this party of people?
I was paying attention, but I have no reason to.
I mean, I don't care what you do in your free time.
Yeah, same.
Currently has forgotten that he was an assassin, apparently. So,
Okay. The giant demon puts its arm down on the table in the classic arm wrestling pose.
I'll try to reach it
Yeah.
as good as I can.
As you like step up for it, the demon shrinks itself down to be roughly the same size as you. Like they're bigger than you, obviously, but more closely associated.
Would you like to call this for when they start?
Okay, so who wants to do the count?
I'm fine with your friend there doing it.
Okay.
Oh, how about Zarielle? Would you like to count them in?
Yes, get her to do it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, we all really leapt
Okay.
forward at being called your friend there, huh?
I'm not one to judge.
Count them in for the arm wrestling contest.
Can I have a check? Can I have a checkered flag?
This is not a race.
Oh, well, it's just,
The demon clicks its fingers and produces one and
pageantry.
hands it to you.
Yeah. Our
Oh,
princess is
thanks.
special, I whisper to him quietly.
That's very rude. I don't appreciate that. I raise the thing in the air.
The flag.
The flag in the air. I'm very tired today. And count down from 3, 2, 1, go! And then I thingy the flag around.
Okay.
Wave it around.
They are going to use their ability, so they get an auto natural 20
Perfect.
for
I'm
a
using
420.
Okay, yeah, please do your roll.
It's auto 20, so
Okay,
just means
then
420.
nice.
I realised that after I said it, actually. It was like, yeah, they actually have like a strength modifier 400.
Okay, perfect. I'm using my point of inspiration from last time.
Okay.
So I'll get another try, and in between I'll chuck the other meat potion.
Okay.
So you use up your skills. Now, let's do a fair roll.
Okay. I'll roll it on here for this point of fairness. Actually, wait a minute. They're tier 1 and more, or how many do they get of this per day? Oh, they're going to just use a different ability. Yeah, they're going to use an ability they have as a demon, actually. Spirit of Fairness. This is the sheer ability that I've given that demons have. In a contest situation, all outside modifiers are negated, all buffs are negated. Both of them have to make a flat d20 roll. Whoever wins this flat d20 roll wins the contest.
Okay.
This is not an athletics check, this is just another one. That is to negate your other ability, essentially.
Well, that works out.
I
okay.
have to roll, just roll
Yep.
1d20, right?
Yeah, you're probably going to win. They got a 4.
Oh!
Hey, nice!
No, you couldn't have cut that any closer.
So it's a very even match till this point, and I'll take the lead inch by inch while
Yeah.
the demon struggles.
They're not looking like they're putting in any effort for it. They're going,
I'm starting to sweat profusely and
They can't.
muster all my might. No,
They can't sweat. They go,
I
Oh, you are? Okay.
do. I'll start sweating profusely, and I'm grunting and huffing, and
And as they just
You-
look down at you, they go, And they just move their arm down for you.
They let you win.
I take that. I definitely take that.
It's a demon with 400 strength modifier. He's not moving it. Like, in honor of your effort. Why not?
So I'll
And they
take
stand
my
back up and grow to their normal height.
I'll take my cloth, my hood back up, and catching my breath like it was the hardest thing I've done in like the past several days.
It was like trying to move a mountain, for as far as you're concerned.
I take that, you tell us now what you know about this mark, please.
Certainly. Well, that is a mark from a different lesser demon. And by the look of it, a very dead lesser demon.
Yes.
Just by how it's faded. So, for that magic to have appeared in that kind of a way, someone would have to destroy its core. Which is not... There are not many things that are capable of destroying a demon's core. So I would gauge that this was the little outing that I felt the presence of about a week ago, I'd say it would be now, roughly. Am I correct in that?
That checks out.
Yeah.
So, what that mark is, essentially, is it can only be removed by the demon that created it.
Wow.
Oh, bugger.
There are ways to overpower the magic, but you would probably not survive.
Oh.
However,
Yes.
there's been a precedent before of someone managing to break one of those. Obviously, certain creatures can just do it naturally, but for mortals it's a bit harder because you're so fragile.
I believe at this point maybe Smith might say, speak for yourself, but
What? No, I mean, I'm sure I could become immortal if I tried hard enough, but, you know.
You appear to be on the right track. So, the way to destroy it is you need to overload each section of magic inside the symbol. Basically,
I don't believe that's going to be very pleasant, though.
it's not pleasant, but it would work, and you won't die. It's never said it would be easy, but it's a way to deal with it. The way to overload it, there's a few ways. Slaying a creature associated with the kind of magic would do it, if it's powerful enough. Finding one of the Armageddon would do it, but that would be even more difficult than slaying a creature to do with it. Everyone roll me a history check apart from Seth, because mine broken,
Reasons.
essentially. Yeah.
History.
Yes. Zarielle have advantage.
Do I get
on this.
advantage?
You do,
Yeah.
actually. Actually,
Yes,
no,
I
in this case
do.
you wouldn't. In this case you wouldn't, actually. No,
Why?
This
I
country.
thought briefly. No, it's not actually to do with that. This is a world thing. It's just this isn't actually in the Great Library that she would have looked at.
That's not fair. Oh, well, I don't need it anyway.
You don't need it!
Haha.
So,
Yes, it was private lecture then.
it wasn't
My
actually.
intelligence knows no bounds.
Interestingly enough, there is one way she could have found out about it in the Great Library, and evidently you did it. Actually, there's two ways, but this is one of the most noteworthy ones. So,
Yes, I do.
Zara, you remember as a very small kitten, you
Yeah.
were exploring around the Great Library,
Yeah.
and you stumbled upon the head librarian, essentially. The Grand Master of the library. Very kindly old man in like long white flowing robes, big white beard, very kind old man, very knowledgeable.
What,
You've
like Gandalf?
Kinda Gandalfy, yes. But a lot taller.
Oh, okay.
A very kindly old man, like Gandalf Dumbledore kind of character, yes. But all pure white.
Yeah, I mean, well, he becomes white, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers for anyone who's stuck in, like...
If you
the
haven't seen The
1950s.
Lord of the Rings or read it, go and read it or watch it. And he maybe have mentioned it in a story. The Armageddon are 8 magical weapons. They were created by the True Dragons, personally.
Cute.
And they were supposed to have incredible powers and be potentially usable by mortals if they passed some kind of trial. But they are legendary weapons. There are not many weapons that can compare to them.
Mhm.
And they are literally the stuff of absolute legend. Smith, you'd also have heard about them. In less detail than Zarielle. You'd have heard that they are like very powerful magical weapons that were supposed to have been made by the True Dragons, but you're not sure?
Yeah, when I finally make my like magnum opus, it'll probably be on the same scale.
Yeah, that's probably why. It's like, yeah, I can track you hearing about them for that kind of thing. Zarielle, you know for a fact they were actually made by the True Dragons. If they're real.
Oh.
That they were definitely made by them. And the Great Librarian would have told you that as like in a story at some point.
Oh, so he was like my granddad. He told me stories.
He's the guy who your parents had to
That's
ask
cute.
permission to use his library. Your parents,
He was like
the
me.
royal family, had to ask permission, I wish to point out.
But why?
Because he's the Great Librarian. The world is scared of that man. Known to be one of the smartest individuals on the planet.
Bob has an idea who has the weapons.
Actually, is he dressed in white? Actually, give me a second. I think he is. Yes, he is. I thought I got it right. Zarielle, you would not know his name, though. You'd know him as the Great Librarian.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's what the Armageddon essentially are. The rest of you have never heard of it.
I think Bob knows who has these weapons.
You don't. You can guess, though.
I think.
So yes, there's that, slaying a creature associated with the kind of magic. What else would be? Those would be the most effective ways to do it. If you could survive, I suppose someone with powerful enough magic could just overpower it. But it would be very, very taxing on your body for that to work. And you would probably not survive. Yes, I know you're made of shadow, but I don't think you'd want your very essence dispersed into the ether.
Yes, I think I came very close to that already.
Nowhere near. There's still enough of you left for you to have made a shadow. There are not many ways more extreme to be gone than for if you aren't strong enough for that to
May
to
I
work.
ask the name of the demon who gave us the mark?
They do not have one anymore.
I don't think it matters anymore. I believe.
Their name has been erased.
So, that one who doesn't have a name, does he have a heritage?
Demons do not have heritages.
Fair enough.
I don't.
We're not exactly
believe-
born.
I believe he's saying that the only person who could remove it naturally is gone, and there's no one who would be linked to or affiliated with could remove
mean-
it for him.
It was pretty bad that we killed his pet.
And then Her Majesty obliterated him.
Yes.
Okay, so we actually knew that one. Okay.
You saw him. You saw him die.
Kind of disappointing that the pet wasn't considered strong enough, but you know, I'll manage.
Okay,
It
so
should
you
be-
said we have either the way of overwriting the magic and die in process, which sounds bad, or we find those magical items and slay creatures that are powerful enough and sacrifice them to the mark, and that for all the points of it, so we can get rid of it in total.
Yes.
Yeah.
The act of killing it should be enough to
And
overpower
how-
it.
Powerful has that entity to be, and that type of magic?
Well, depending on each symbol, but I'd say a young dragon would do it. At least for the life symbol.
You what?
At least we have a goal and information.
Ha.
Do you know how powerful normal
Yes.
dragons are?
Yes.
Yes, I see
Oh,
you've definitely.
And
I have one who
can't
has a
feel this
grudge
time out.
against me, probably. I don't even know if I was an actual dragon. I think it was a shock drake.
That is the
Then-
type of dragon. It's a baby.
Then how long do we have to get rid of it before it consumes us?
Give or take 2 years.
Okay. So we are on a death row already.
I have another question then.
Yes. Oh, for reference, I am not powerful enough. If you're thinking of it, if you kill me, I am not
No.
strong enough to overwhelm it. Just so you know.
Wait. I'm not like a psychopath. I'm not just gonna kill you.
You
No,
seem
I'm
to be
giving you a baseline.
I mean,
I am not strong enough to overpower, say, the arcane symbol, which would probably what would be happening for a demon.
That's fair enough, but wasn't my question. I. You seem to have some knowledge of my predicament.
Yes.
What would you have any information for trade that I would?
To get your body back?
Yes. And what would you be willing to trade for that information?
What was your part of a deal that you were considering previously?
I have a gland of a serpent sea entity that basically will keep any metal from rusting. It is a very rare monster that I'm very lucky to have even found the gland of. I mean, I was selling potions of just diluted version of it that was maintaining lots of people's equipment.
Oh, okay. Yes, that would be sufficient. That gland would be more than sufficient. Would very much be sufficient.
Very well. I will recover it from the cart at some point to trade for the information. Or are you willing to wait for me to get it?
I will give you the information now, and I will come collect it.
Very well.
If you are not present for when it is collected, do not be concerned. We will not take anything else. We will collect it personally.
Well, I can tell you where it is.
Thank
if
you.
I'll
Do you give him the
whisper it.
location, basically?
I'll whisper it to him, basically the exact location of the item.
Yeah.
I feel that he can get to that location without.
Yes, they can. They will get to it. Basically, it'll be taken off screen, but it will be taken, so you just don't have it anymore.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you need a new body created from scratch, essentially, and your magic put back into it. An elf, I presume?
Yes. I mean, I was from
You were previously an elf, judging by your shadow.
trying to remember where I'm from exactly.
You're from the Warring Kingdom, which is where all elves basically come from.
A little village just off the Warring Kingdom.
Little floating village. They don't stay still, elven villages, because they're the floating cities.
Perhaps you may have heard of it.
No, I don't travel, and this is on the other side of the continent.
Oh,
But
if you ever
I
find
will
yourself up that way,
if I ever find myself up that way, I am in a very bad state. Queen Vari does not take us having a dereliction of duty in stride.
so you're not even on a vacation to another kingdom.
No.
Fair enough.
he said to us that he's a demon and they don't behave like people, essentially. And he was ordered to look after this village, which means his vacation could cost him his life.
That's fair enough. But
She is a kindly queen, but a very strict queen.
well, if she ever gives you some time off and you find yourself in our neck of the woods,
So, is there any way you can assist with that elven body to
Me
get the
person-
shadow in?
Me personally, no. But I do know some individuals that probably can.
Who would that be?
Well, I know one individual who could certainly do it, although getting to them is
challenging.
extremely dangerous. Who did you say?
I said challenging, but extremely dangerous. Yes, that was.
Possibly more dangerous than the quest to remove the symbols.
Well, I guess your body can wait a few years.
Yeah, man. Does he need an elf body? Could I just make him one?
A construct body would certainly work.
What would happen if the construct dies? Would he be a shadow again, or would he...
He would probably die. In the same way that if his shadow was to be slain, he would just die.
Okay. I'm guessing the shadow has its perks. I'm looking over to Shadow Elf and...
Well, and as you say that the arm disappears back in him, and I do have control over forming myself and can deform to almost nothing. And it's been helpful to evade some monsters and other things that have been trying to hunt me down.
Another.
Just out of curiosity, what's the name of the being that would be able to create a new elven body for our companion?
Azeroth.
And he is found where?
The demon looks very perplexed when you ask he is found where. Would anyone else like to make a roll, or would you like to just say if anyone remembers? Because you definitely would know that name. None of you would even require to check to know that name. Other than
Can
you.
I just assume it's like one of the big old dragon boys?
It is the Red,
Red
King
Dragon.
of Neria.
Good luck with that one.
The most powerful, the progenitor of all life magic.
Oh,
And-
I suppose we could head there. I can cross another one of the dragons off my list of visited.
He is, for reference,
Or I guess just spoke to.
in this D&D universe, he is considered the most powerful creature in existence in the entire universe.
so
How
crossing
polite
off,
is he?
meeting off another dragon of the
I've
most
nev-
powerful one.
I have never met him, although though apparently he gets along very well with Lady Varia.
Someone write those names down. They will come in handy somewhere.
Can I play something up now?
What?
Was that the dragon of death that you were seeing?
Lady
get on well.
Varia is the demon queen. The dragon of death also gets along very well with him, but
Okay.
No.
but any significantly powerful enough life magic user with the appropriate type of magic could certainly form you a new body. If you wanted something of flesh and blood again.
Whereas if you want to be a cool robot, I can deal with that.
Or alternatively, someone with any form of basically just being able to make a form that stays would probably do it. So any form of construct-based thing, so you could potentially be made out of a tree, or stones would do, metal, any form of material really could do it. If you want a living body, you want someone with life magic though.
Well, at least you've given me ideas to work on.
I will say it is unlikely to be found in the trade of alchemy, however, unfortunately. You're going to look for some quite powerful magic.
Yeah.
I
So that
suppose.
seems like a dead end for now. Then let's get back to our original topic with that cult. We still
Yes,
could
the
come in
cult.
handy to give that village a bit more peace again.
I have some people checking the village as we speak for other members of that cult. Though I will give you a bit of fair warning. If the cult was following you, as you said, did they happen to mention anything? Cults like that quite often form up for one purpose, usually.
There we have a small dilemma. One was killed while in a silence spell, so he didn't talk, and
No,
the
he
one
didn't die in a silent spell. He exploded my organ before then.
I didn't put out like that, okay?
I will say, Cav, would you like to roll intelligence, please?
Sure.
20. Okay, it's not a save, but it still was high enough. You remember Connor talking a bit when you found him behind the smithy. And he mentioned a mark.
Ah, yeah, the conversation.
Yes? Did they mention something then?
I don't remember what he mentioned in that conversation. I just remember him and some demon person talking, saying that we were here.
Okay. But you basically heard that they were talking about a mark, was I believe the thing. Yes, as I fairly certain. So cults quite often are formed by individuals trying to ingratiate themselves with a up-and-coming immortal, shall we call them.
So a demon trying to prove himself.
Not a demon. Demons wouldn't have need to. A mortal trying to become a titan is a common one. So
like an Arachne?
possibly, but if he seems to be some sort of lackey. The one who is powerful enough to create a cult around them will be much stronger. And the way they can become much stronger is by consuming magic. It's an unorthodox way to do it, but it does work. And those symbols can be quite a prize, because they are full of magic. So I'd be careful, and I'd definitely consider getting out of this country as quickly as possible.
Only people can consume magic.
That's what we're in the middle of trying to do, but we needed some funds and to update the cart a bit.
I'd head
If
off.
you get me some ironwood, I can get right on that.
We now have the necessary money to do so, and we now have a general goal. One last question, please.
Yes.
Who would be the nearest entity strong enough to get the mark from us? So we have a direction we will need to head.
Well, the nearest one strong enough to get the mark on is one you would not survive. You'd want one which is severe overkill, I wish to point out. But there are some further north which should definitely deal with it. The closest one easily would be Laneth, but picking a fight with Laneth is suicide for you.
I mean,
So since you
We
can
could-
seem
we could
to
always-
gauge our strength fairly well, who would be the closest one we can actually beat?
I'd say you have a few options. One which would probably be strong enough, which isn't crazy far, but would be a lot of luck, would be one of the sandworms. They are found in the Salga deserts. They're not the most common creatures, and they are not exactly easy to bring down. They are massive, after all. But one of those should be powerful enough to overpower the terror symbol on you.
Okay.
Otherwise, the Boscher would probably be not a terrible place to go and start searching around.
I do have another idea for us to try. I mean, it's going to be rather brazen and maybe not possible. But since we have had words with, or at least encountered a few of the dragons, I believe their magic would be more than powerful enough to override these marks.
Yes, but you would not survive.
I just kind of want to know what the weapons are. They sound neat.
Most of the Armageddon have been lost to history. But there
So
are
you don't know where-
stories in places. I don't know where they are, but I have never had much of an interest in finding out.
I mean, I did-
heard-
I did see the one of the. God, give me a minute. I'll remember his name in a sec. Yeah, there's a lot of names. Year-old. Yeah, I met Year-old once.
You met the Dragon of Divinity.
Yeah. He came to me in a dream, and I made cool stuff, and he's just kind of a cool dude. Also, I'm pretty sure I shit myself when I saw him, but that's beside the point.
Well, you survived an encounter with a true dragon. That in itself is a wonder.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd at the very least want me to find his weapon. I mean, he gave me a cool forge when I was there.
He would certainly know where his weapon is. The dragons themselves would definitely know, if you can ever speak to one of them.
You know what? I believe he'll let me know.
What
I
form,
100% believe, like, if he's gonna tell anyone, he'll tell me.
what form can those dragons take?
The true dragons, they can take on more or less any form they wish to. They have ways of transforming using their own personal magic. From what I understand, it's different, each one of them, their method, but they can all make a form.
Maybe we don't have to look that far, and I'm looking at Zara's panic box.
Ha! No, you know when you meet a true dragon.
Yeah.
That little thing is something to do with wild magic, but not even a quintillionth.
It could be a dragon, you don't know.
Out of
Yes,
curiosity,
I do.
how do you eat magic?
That's a bad road to start going down, but
Oh, I mean, I'm just vaguely interested. I'm not like planning on doing it, like,
No.
unless it like comes up as
well,
like a needs must situation, you know?
I've never looked into the exact way to do it, but from what I understand, it's some form of defeating them absolutely, and then the standard way. It's not very pleasant.
I'm going to try something, and
For reference, that little fox appears, to me at least, to be a incredibly young manifestation.
Of.
There is no of a manifestation. It is a thing.
Oh.
They are an interesting little creatures which can become incredibly powerful. They are the soul-bonded companions, would say would be the best description of the elder gods. Something you don't see very often around here.
Wow.
Or at least it has the essence of one. Maybe not full manifestation or just a shard of one, but it is definitely something.
That could be useful at some point. Anyway, is there anything else we should know for now?
Hmm. I will say keep eyes out for unexpected help. Those
In a
marks,
good
Unexpected
or
help,
bad
like
way?
those
random people stopping.
those marks are going to draw attention of a lot of individuals, both good and bad. Not necessarily all of them will be against you.
As we've seen today, so far.
Most will possibly be indifferent, but seeing those symbols quite often means that you have something you need, because you usually need assistance, which will draw more powerful individuals to possibly, if they require anything doing, they'd be more inclined because they know you can be fairly easily bought.
That will do it for me. Do you guys have any open questions?
Do you want a weapon making or armor? It's kind of what I do.
The offer is appreciated, but I have no need for equipment.
See yourself.
Everybody needs a smith made good.
You need
The demon
to
raises their right hand, and a absolutely beautifully crafted, perfectly formed longsword just appears in their hand. For your very keen eye, Smith, it is a masterpiece.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty good, you know.
And they just flick their wrist again, and it disappears.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
I could make something like that if I had enough time.
I believe you.
You have some wards to fix tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
The Shadow's just been sitting in the corner for the last part of that
Yeah.
conversation with Gordon.
Nothing happens, Bob. Reference.
Oh,
Okay.
just as a side note, just because you vaguely mentioned it as a possibility, so I don't have to risk my life on finding things that might be out of my I don't think anything's particularly out of my capacity, but like out of the amount of time I have to get it done. How's one become like that? Titan?
A titan?
Yeah.
Well,
Uh-huh.
I suppose becoming a titan would certainly be one way of getting rid of that mark.
Yeah, you said that was an option. You got like a step-by-step list or something?
I never looked into the individual ways to become them, though I'd say one person that would know more would be someone who's done it.
Do you know anyone who's done it?
Well, Leedith has done it.
Spider Queen.
The Spider Queen.
Can you take us to the Spider Queen?
we don't go to Spider Queens.
I
We
wanna
are
go to the
not
Spider
on
Queen.
good grounds with Spider Queens.
What have you done to
Yeah.
annoy her?
Absolutely
Up till
nothing.
now, we killed an arachne,
Oh, she doesn't
Yeah.
care.
but she doesn't have to find out.
Yes.
I mean, I think you're underestimating how charming I can be sometimes.
Oh, persuasive I
I
can be.
sure do that.
You have confidence, which I can appreciate.
I'm turning to the group and I say, okay, so I guess we go sandworm hunting?
Oh,
Yay!
gross.
Maybe not quite right away.
Sandworms are
Yeah.
one that you would know would be. There are other creatures which are roughly a similar power. Main one for them, the young dragon is almost certainly the one you're going to require for that life symbol.
Yeah, we'll start off small and work our way up.
Also, the dragons live about very far away, so
Yeah. You know, ironically, I vaguely know of one. Wouldn't recommend that one.
Sandworm or dragon?
a dragon is more of a threat than a sandworm.
Oh, I don't want to think about that dream.
Okay. Yes. So we have a plan. We have the money to get the cart ready for the sand dunes.
You say we have a plan, but we do not have any scale of power that sandworm is.
If you are not confident in your abilities to best the sandworm, I would recommend heading to Boscha first. Then you're more likely to find weaker entities, which will still suffice for maybe some of your other symbols.
Because if here's to put this in a little bit more perspective for you. If we were to fight you right now, would you annihilate us?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And how much of a fight against these sandworms would you put?
I could probably be the best one eventually. It would take a long time.
So that is what I'm trying to put in perspective right now.
They are not intelligent creatures, but what they lack in intelligence, they make up for in sheer size. They're one of the largest creatures on this world.
I think we would have to have a small-scale hunting party with traps and other things to deal with them.
If you can find a trap big enough, I will be impressed.
I've never been sand fishing before.
I want everyone to roll me a nature check, please. Zarielle, you would have advantage for this one.
I would. Why?
Because you grew up near and went into the Great Library, which mentions stuff on them.
Oh, I didn't have a very good... Oh.
Linus, you know
Well,
sandworms very well. Linus,
Because I
you
don't
know
deal with
sandworms can be anywhere from between, 600 meters long to 3 or 4 miles long.
Blimey.
They are extremely large carnivores known to basically consume essentially small city-sized ships. They're incredibly aggressive and very powerful. They are very, very, very dumb, however, and can be easily lured out by certain techniques.
Rush it is then. Which direction would he live?
Would who
I
live?
believe,
Sorry?
Would who live?
Grosh. The one that could get rid of one of the symbols.
Oh, it's a country. It's Boscha.
Ah, okay.
It's just north. Nearly everything is just north at this point.
Okay, so just north, northwest, northeast, north.
From our position currently, it would be northeast. Unless you want to go, the direct escarpment would honestly be the easiest route. It's easiest to travel when you get up there, provided you don't annoy Leadith. You should have
Spider Queen.
the Spider Queen. You should have a fairly simple journey.
Anything we need to prepare the cart for?
Water, mostly. If you plan on going to Boscha, then the sand sea will be about as easy to traverse as water. So if you've made your cart, you say you have, to accommodate for water, the sand should be fairly similar.
I guess we have a vague direction to head, and
For Boscha as well, it's
Lots of-
mostly a swamp. It's like a
lots of
jungle.
planning to do.
Boscha is a jungle also, so maybe get some equipment to travel through dense undergrowth.
Makes sense. Thank you very much. You've been a very helpful demon.
Thank you.
You're pretty cool.
Is there anything we can do to repay you?
We already have payment enough.
Yeah,
Giving away our things, alright.
Huh?
we literally already paid for all this.
More stuff, and then maybe you'll help us again in the future.
I believe they're kind of stuck here.
It's not like we can leave. And we can't. I
We
think
may come
until.
back.
Not until we apologize to the queen of this place. Let's be real, it's not happening anytime soon.
I just want
we
to go
should
hunting.
get our cart ready as soon as possible. Now we have the funds and should head north then.
Especially considering she told us to leave. We are trying to leave as fast as we can.
Are we going sandworm hunting?
No, we don't. We
Mm,
accommodated together that sandworms that are 3 miles long at best are just a little bit out of our league at the moment.
I think that's just the nerves talking.
Just a tiny bit. So we
I
go
think we'd
north.
be okay.
I mean, in
Mm.
the bit of time we can go sandworm hunting.
I'm not saying that we like it won't be tough, but like we've got however long it takes to get there to like prepare cool new stuff. Fight it with.
I think we are ill unprepared.
I could make a Dragonator. Attach it to your car. Mobile Dragonator.
That thing eats cities.
Yeah, and Dragonators hurt dragons. Your point.
That whatever you put on the cart can be easily swallowed by a worm that size.
Listen, as this group's lead most expert in fighting dragons, you want a Dragonator when you're fighting something big.
When you fight a dragon, maybe, but not essentially a giant sandworm.
Dragons are more
I don't
powerful
know. I
than
mean,
the
couldn't I just
sandworms.
blast it with my fox?
I think your fox would be ill prepared for that thing.
It would
I
put
don't
a
think-
tiny nick into it. I'll give you
I
that.
don't think you understand how big the dragon was.
The dragon was a baby and was like 90 feet long.
Wait,
Yeah,
did
but
you say
90
miles? 3 miles long?
The
Yeah, that's
sandworms
the
are
worm.
the sandworms can be
Oh
several
my god,
miles.
I was thinking meters. Okay, yeah, let's not do.
No,
Let's
they're
not do
called
that.
giant sandworms.
Put,
Sorry,
it-
my
put in
bad. Let's
perspective,
go.
the size of this village would just
Good,
go.
good examples are. Have you seen Dune?
Yes.
No.
she hasn't.
Ah,
But I know they walk weird on the sand, right? They
yeah,
have to
because
walk
of the
in, like-
sandworms.
Yeah, but you've only seen that from the adverts. We have to watch the old movie for you.
It sounds
It's
boring.
boring.
The new
It's
movie's
awesome,
really
though.
good. Can confirm. The new movie's really good. But then again, I love Dune. So.
Okay, so now that we know that 90 feet is not 3 miles,
The dragon was more powerful than the worm, I wish to point out.
yeah, but I don't want to fight a 3-mile long worm with a tiny cart.
Good call.
No.
Probably smart.
I just don't want to do that for some reason. So, are we all on the same page that we make the cart swarm ready, go to north, go through Lilith's country, and look in the north for entities strong enough to get rid of one of the symbols?
Yes.
Yeah.
We should at least continue to move out of this country like we've been told to, and figure out the rest as we go.
Perfect. I don't know about you guys, but after this day, I need a good rest, and I know there's some ale in the.
I want
In the
another one
tavern.
of those magic drinks.
Then
I offered
I-
around, so yeah, why not? Let's have all one of the good.
Yay!
I'm
Enjoy.
good.
I'm going
I-
to.
I've got to work tomorrow.
I'm.
Haha.
You gotta fix
I'm-
the wall.
Yeah, it's a lot of walls. Like
And
usually
again-
I'd be fine drinking before this, but you know, it's a lot of walls.
Fair enough. So, more for us, I guess.
Also, I
I
don't think you could afford a glass my size.
I think I'm going to just have a little time in my cart and think on things. If you don't mind,
Aww.
Okay.
I'm okay. I just this sheer scale of this is I want to meditate on it. You know how else are we?
Mhm.
It's alright, you can take your time and have a cry in your gut.
But you
Let the
must come
shadows
and
poke
tell
at the
us if you
corner.
need us.
I will be fine. I'm just I want time to think on it by myself and see what I can come up with. And some quiet time by myself will help.
Okay. If you're sure.
Yes. I mean, it's hard to meditate when there's a lot of noise and racket and people asking questions. I do like some peace and quiet every now and then. That's probably why I like where my secret stash is. It's nice and peaceful. Well protected. But enjoy your festivities, and I will come see everyone in the morning.
I'll bow politely to the demon and say, Shelley, it was a pleasure to meet you. And slowly start walking out of the town hall.
It was a pleasure
Yeah,
to meet
you're-
all of you.
You're a real one, Shelley.
Thank you for your hospitality,
Yes.
and thank you for all
Thank you
the
very much.
information.
It was a pleasure. And as you are leaving, you see them like glow, and they shift back into the 6.
I will leave a business card, by the way.
You will leave his card, okay.
I know
Lizzie
they don't
will
need a
take
weapon,
it.
but, you
Lizzie
know.
will take it.
It's called networking. It's a big deal.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm heading back to the tavern.
Okay.
I'm guessing Linus and Zara coming with me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Perfect.
I'm walking this time.
You're not getting thrown. Okay. Smith, where are you heading to?
That's a good question. What time is it?
Pretty late. It's like 10 o'clock at night.
I want to get some of the gold off Smith.
Good luck. I'm out of here.
Yeah, Smith just leaves. He goes somewhere.
I go somewhere. I've got stuff to do.
Probably heads to the forge or something.
It's not
They're
open.
waiting there ready. to
Just
get
waits
stuff.
through the night, just staring.
He's planning
The
how
sha-
to
I
repair it.
need,
Shadow-
I need materials.
He's got to do the planning work. Like
gonna make
whatever I do, it's going to be a direct upgrade of whatever was there before.
Cool. You're gonna brush up
Okay.
on your carpentry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know where everybody is going, and as a little closing one, as because basically 4 of you are going one way, and then Smith's just going the other way,
Feels
because the
sad.
cart is by the inn. So,
Hmm.
you all would see a person. Actually, no, it wouldn't be. Actually, where are they coming in? Oh, you wouldn't see this. Smith would actually see this.
Oh.
So yeah, you all
Oh.
settle down, like you go to the tavern and get set up. Smith would basically see coming in through the. They haven't caught sight of you yet. Weirdly
That's
enough.
unlikely.
Yeah, weirdly. They're very nonchalantly just strolling into town. You see a person. Now, I need a description of them. But they're human.
A person.
A person. They're a human person.
Can I describe the person?
You're not there.
Oh, oh, bummer. I forgot.
You're not there, and also you're describing a person who I haven't described to you yet.
Oh.
Getting ahead of yourself, huh?
Yeah.
I'm already excited.
Yeah, it's fair. I appreciate the. Okay. They are quite tall. They're in like which type of human are they actually? Oh, they're a Drawdor. They're actually a Drawdor human.
The only good kind.
They're a bit leaner than Smith was. They were a little taller than Smith, but they're a lot skinnier. Like still muscly and built like a mountain, but
Yeah.
slimmer
With
than
red
us.
hair.
No, actually.
Oh,
With like brown, slightly spiked hair.
no.
Bit of a beard, like solid adventurer's gear, like black leather armor.
Mm.
Other parts, like a nice shirt underneath. You recognize him
Yeah.
from reputation. I cannot read my own fucking handwriting.
That's a lovely name.
Rokeln.
Vulcan.
Yeah, Roken.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Vulcan.
Roken Ecclese. They are a legendary adventurer.
Oh.
God, can't trust them. Probably.
They're just casually strolling into town from a different entrance. They're just looking around, like just investigating it.
I mean, Smith's gonna geek out. He likes the legendary. You know what? Smith's a dumb enough guy to walk up and be like, "Are you V?"
This one you wouldn't, because this one's a famous one.
What's he famous for?
He's very, 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 very not nice.
Oh, he's an asshole.
He's not an asshole. He's actually quite polite to most people. But if he's on a job, he is very much not nice. He's got usually like a cool, relaxed, very confident personality. He's very cocky. He is known by his title as the Render. And you actually would know his natural magic. He's quite famous for it. His natural magic's a terror magic like yours. And it is called Tearing Chain.
Okay.
Basically, he can produce around parts of his body a set of blades which then will spin around the section of his body at an incredibly high speed, allowing him to basically tear through pretty much anything.
And a chainsaw.
Basically, he's got a chainsaw in any
Yeah.
part of his body
Huh.
that he can summon at will.
Women hate him.
Yeah. This
Not-
one secret to chopping all your onions at once.
Yeah, he's known for when he's on a job. He's known because you've chatted to him before in Drawdor, and he was fairly amicable. But you know that if he's not in Drawdor, he's on a job, and he is known to be horrific to deal with on a job, and incredibly bloodthirsty.
I suppose then, at most, it's just the general nod of respect and no mention, no talking. Like,
Oh,
don't
you
want to
actually
distract him if he's on a job.
Are you actually stepping up in front of him?
I'm not gonna step in front of him. Just
Talk
like, if he
near him.
happens to look my way, just like general nod of, I know who you are, carry on.
He would glance at you, glance away, then just glance back again, and start casually walking towards you.
Ah, fuck.
I'm just gonna hide.
You're not even there. You're on the other side of the city. Only Smith is here.
Oh yeah.
I may have made a fatal error.
Is that you, Smith?
He doesn't know what he looks like at the moment. He looks nothing like the last time they spoke.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting from this.
So it's a long story.
So, you wouldn't happen to be a member of an adventuring group, would you?
I don't particularly think I am. Actually, I'm part of one in Drodor, I guess.
Not a
Yeah.
guild. Oh, you're a guild member?
Yeah. It's me, Smith. You may or may not know who I am.
How much you
It's
gonna...
been a rough couple of weeks.
It's been a rough week.
Been a rough year or so.
Been
Give me a
rough.
second. I actually need to roll because he might actually remember you. Because I said, yeah, you've spoken to this guy. He's fairly amicable. Oh, he remembers you. That's Smith. I can't remember the name of your guild. What guild were you
Yep.
from?
I can't remember either right now.
Damn it. That was Jamie asking it. Whatever. He mentions the name of your guild and goes, that guild?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been, what, like 5 years?
Yeah, I still need to get paid for that dragon job.
You had a dragon job. Oh, I heard about that. That's the one that, my condolences.
Oh yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, I heard about it. It did. You'll be happy to know if you've not been back home for a while that it did go back to Neria. It did travel back into Neria, and you did successfully drive it away.
Oh, thank Christ.
We all thought you were dead.
Yeah, no, just kidnapped.
You're kidnapped. Well, explain why you're down here.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah.
So, look, this is a bit of an awkward situation here. So, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm being paid a lot of money to kill a bunch of people with that mark on you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. Like the legendary adventurer who was helping us on the dragon mission, he was paid a lot of money to kidnap me, so...
Oh, legendary adventurers are paid to kidnap you. That is good to know. I'm almost certain they're not they weren't being paid. Which names, out of curiosity, those?
I'll give him the name of the dude who kidnapped me, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Don't worry, but well, like I'm not sure if like you'll be able to get like the same line of work at the moment. The guy who was hiring them got killed by the queen of this place.
Ah. Yeah, I'm not after that kind of work. I want a job, as you get. So, I'll say, in the spirit of fairness, because I'm gonna be honest, I remember enjoying your company, Smith. You're a nice one. I'll only cut your arm off for now, and you can go on your way. How about that?
Which one?
That one. Your dragon arm.
Man, I really like this arm, though.
Don't worry, I'm sure you can find someone to grow you back, and probably a normal one.
You know,
It's either that or I cut all your heads off, dude. I'm really sorry about this.
I mean, this is gonna seem like a very selfish request, but like, the Queen really wants us out of here as soon as possible, so can like the whole arm thing wait until we've like at least left this country.
I'm in no rush, but I need something for today because I really can't get away with at least not saying I did a good job for today, at least when I saw one. You know how it is, the client's got to be appeased and that kind of stuff, and they can't keep good communication. So, saying you got away for today, but I cut off their arm, that gives me a good rep.
I could give you a heart. I think I have like 4 of those now.
I need some outside, because it's more believable. Particularly also if I cut off one of your arms that looks like that. I get a bit of a free pass, and it gets you to live. For today, at least. I can't give you any special treatment after this, but...
I mean, maybe not like the whole arm, maybe like a finger.
I gotta get the whole arm, buddy, I'm sorry.
Like, maybe just the hand, at least, you know?
No, I need the arm. If it's any consolation, it could hurt a lot more.
Yeah, I'm sure it could. I sure could.
I'll do it.
You know what?
Make it very quick.
You know what? Go for it. I'm sure I'll grow it back. It'll be fine.
Cool. And faster than you can track, his right arm, you hear just a. You're reduced to 1 hit point.
Yeah, understandable.
Yep. And your dragon arm is no longer attached to your body. He has just completely severed your arm in 1 hit. And it just lands with a thump.
You know, that did hurt.
Yeah, it's fucking agony. Don't worry, I'll staunch up the bleeding for you. And here's he's going to roll a medicine check for you. Natural 20!
Wow.
Yep, he patches it up.
Reattaches the arm and stitches it together.
Do I just regrow the arm?
No, it was natural 20, so you are completely fine for that one. Yeah, you're gonna need to grow that back. There is from what I understand, there is like a medical place here. They can, with some sort of life magic healer, they can grow it back. I'm afraid it probably won't be the same arm. For reference day, you've lost the dragon type.
Man, I put a lot of effort into getting this arm.
I'm sorry, but work's work. Obviously, I won't reveal the client is, but...
yeah, I get it. Confidentiality and all that.
Yeah, you understand. You're another adventurer. So yeah, that's your free pass today. After this, I'll pretend you just got away. Even as a sporting one, I'll give you guys, I can manage 4 days. 4 days seem fair.
I mean, I'd ask for longer, given that, like, you know, it's gonna be harder to get away with a lap missing an arm. But, you know, I understand if that's all you can do.
4 days seems probably the max I can manage. Maybe 4.5. I'll take a lion on the 5th day. How about that?
You know what? Yeah, that'll do.
Without coming after you lot.
How about you shake on
You're not here.
it? I know, that was Bob's.
So yeah. Farewell, Smith. Best of luck
Yep.
to you, honestly.
See you around.
Really unfortunate that you were one of
Oh,
them.
his arm got cut off, Zara.
I thought
Yeah.
he died.
He's just, he's like, he's died.
I thought he died because his arm got cut off. Okay.
So yeah, I'd go to that the medical area if I were you. They could probably grow you something back.
Oh.
That's it. See you around. And he just casually strolls off as if he were just like asking you the time. It was a meeting between old friends.
Yeah. Can't believe the only time I got to use that arm was in that one.
Yep. He took your arm with him, by the way.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
He just casually hefted it over one shoulder without apparent effort. And that is where we're going to end for today.
I didn't get to blow anything up.
You're the one who wanted to say we should be calling it around 9.
I
usually.
know, I've got to work now.
I know. That's why I
Very
was like,
bad.
I'll be calling it a bit later. I wanted that particular intro bit. Bob, will do your bit at the start of next session.
Fair enough.
It's because I wanted a bit more time to do it than what we had left when I looked at the clock. So I wanted to get... There were 2 things that both needed to happen. This one I thought was a better one to end on. So,
Fair enough.
that was this episode of Geddon. As you have officially met the Render, essentially the Pursuer character, which is going to encourage you guys to move fast in this campaign.
No.
You don't say.
He is a character that currently you stand no chance against. I will give you that
I wonder
as
if
a...
he'll take Zara's tail.
What?
What?
No, I doubt
No.
he's going to make this deal multiple times.
No.
He gave you the deal because you're an old friend of his, and he still cut your arm off.
And it was the dragon arm, the one that was
It was my
important.
cool arm.
Exactly. It's the only reason you got that choice was that arm.
It pretty much was. It was like
GM giveth and the GM,
GM
taketh
taketh
away.
away. Yep.
It's fine. I'm absolutely certain I'll get the same arm back.
Yeah. If you do, I'm gonna do the bit of the bookkeeping. You can go to the. Do you want to roleplay going to the doctor's place? Can I assume that is where you're going? Because it won't take long.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't need to roleplay it. You can just tell me what happens.
Basically, yeah. I was wondering if you wanted to go in and go. Yeah, this guy cut my arm off. Real casual.
I mean,
nice
yeah,
guy.
he would be very casual about it. Like, I just lost my arm. Workplace accident, you know.
Holy crap! The lammy who's in there, like some small lammy, will be like, "What the hell? Come out over here!"
Now I know this is probably out of your range of expertise, but like, it was a dragon arm.
I can't bring that bit back. Dragon
Yeah,
arm.
figures.
If it's a part of a dragon, it's invulnerable to magic. So
Yeah,
that
not
definitely can't be
invulnerable
brought
to
back.
chance.
He didn't actually, for reference, Jay, he actually aimed exactly where the gap between your arm and where it attached was, essentially. So it didn't actually touch the dragon section.
Because he wouldn't be able to touch the dragon section.
Because his magic wouldn't have just cancelled itself out. Yeah, so it literally, he severed it. So I can get you something back, whatever the hell it's gonna grow.
Yeah, you know what? Go for it. Better like something to replace it for now.
Yep.
I'm sure I'll get the arm back eventually.
Yeah.
Oh
For
my
reference,
God.
by the way, this
Sad.
this lamia has pink like rings hair, and it says on their badge, happiness.
Not arm surgeon.
No, it's Nurse Happiness.
Oh, my God, the Pokemon team.
But you know the
It's
noise.
Nurse Joy.
I know, but then maybe the next
Yeah,
time
we-
will be
we-
Nurse Joy.
Is it Nurse Joy?
Nurse
Yeah, but
Joy,
Officer Jenny was better.
It's
So,
Snake Nurse
well.
Joy.
it's Snake Nurse Joy.
See, I'm clever.
Nurse Joy.
Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she literally puts her hands up, and you literally hear a dun 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 noise.
That was
Oh
terrible.
my god. Ding, 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 ding.
That
That's
was
the
better.
noise. Thanks.
It needs to be legally off key.
Exactly, that
Yeah.
was the
Oh,
point.
yeah,
It was supposed to be off key, damn it. Bow, bow, bow. It was like the Pokemon music, but heavy rock.
Cool.
And you have basically like your arm was before it was a dragon arm. Back, so it still can be used for all the other stuff. It's just not a dragon arm. You still keep the
Yeah.
strength bonus though.
Oh, that's good.
It just isn't draconic anymore. So you lose all the like dragon associated abilities.
I just lose the dragon tag.
You lose the dragon tag and the weapon attack.
Yeah, and the dragon slap.
Yeah.
I keep the breath weapon, though, ironically, because I
Wait.
didn't get that through the
Yeah, the breath weapon was completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically that. Oh, so you are healed to full health from that.
Oh, thank Christ.
You will be charged 200 gold for this
This is what
service,
happens when
essentially.
you don't have medical insurance.
You basically, you didn't have health insurance for this country. So,
Yeah.
200 gold's pretty cheap for a regrown
Oh yeah,
arm.
200 gold.
That's 4 bottles of meat. That's 4 cups of meat. But yeah, that is Geddon for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
You now have your objective, and you've met the pursuer enemy. You also know he is being hired by somebody.
Yay!
So, yay! You know there's a blood cult out after you, potentially. You know that the person in charge of this town is just a demon that splits themselves into 6 different people.
Everybody wants to kill us, yay!
And you now know
Everyone always wants to kill us. I just
roughly
think
a
it's
quest.
so cool.
You have approximation of a quest and some guidelines. So yeah, I hope you had fun. I definitely did.
Goodbye, dragon arm.
Yeah.
Barely knew you.
Hmm.
So yes, that is all we've got time for today. Thank you, my players, for being hysterically funny and really paranoid. My God, Seth.
I'm still waiting for my thank you. None? Quick recap. I was the one who instigated everything with the money transaction. I beat a lesser demon in an arm wrestling
You
match
did.
today, so we don't have to trade in any other things for those informations.
Yep.
And
You-
I got us the 10 grand from them.
You did.
So
We just
Very
found out you're an assassin, so we're in shock.
I would have known by default.
But you had no memory.
Yeah, but I was there when I moved.
He has no memory, or he's a liar.
Hey,
Or
Iron
maybe he stole the hood from an assassin. You don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
Because
But
you've been
that would
told
mean
like
a-
a very basic amount because you didn't actually ask questions about it.
I mean, or
Alright,
that
it's
would
his
mean that
private information.
I would have bested an assassin in some ways, and that is highly unlikely.
I mean, the assassin might have literally just choked on a donut or something. Strange things happen.
We'll
Fair
find
enough.
out all
It was
this
blanket.
later.
We'll find all this later. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back
Yay.
on Monday. Yes, I'll be back on Monday. Actually, Cav, if the week for Blood Bowl has reset, you'll be back on Wednesday.
Yeah, well, I need to play Tom, which I'll try and do tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why
And then-
if the week's reset, you said you'd be up for the Wednesday Blood Bowl game.
Yeah.
Because for
That's if everyone else played their games, yeah.
yeah, so for reference of the audience watching, Jay and Cav from this game are in the Blood Bowl league that I'm in. So there is a chance
I'm very bad.
you'll learn. So these...
Yeah, because I let Cav be friends with all my friends.
Yeah.
What?
Because I'm nice.
This is turning into the longest wrap up for Jamie in the world.
Trust me, I've had
Wrap
long.
up.
Trust me, I've had longer. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. If you keep playing the games, being awesome, you guys are the best way to Twitch. I've been the evil GM. There've been a bunch of hapless victims. I'll see you next time.
We're still here.
I mean, most of you are still here.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.